Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kobe and this is SkyTech Digital. Now in this video, we are going to talk about this cleaning website. So it's called Spark and Tough over here. And I'm going to show you how to create this beautiful cleaning website over here. Now this is a complete cleaning website that you can use for your client or any other cleaning businesses that you are into. So it's a very simple design and I hope you guys can be able to follow along as we create it together. So this is how the homepage looks like, and I'm going to take you through all the pages so that if you still want to follow along this tutorial, then you do. But if you don't want it, then you can skip somewhere else. So this is how the homepage looks like. We have the header over here, the top header, and then the middle row header also over here. We don't have the bottom header, but we're just using the header and then the middle row header over here. Now we have something you can write over here just to catch attention for your clients to be able to easily contact you over here. Also, you can showcase your Facebook and your social media links also over here. Now we also have our logo over here, clean design over here. We have our menus also over here. We have the menu items located over here, and then we have our button, which when you hover, you have this shadow, nicely designed shadow also over here. Now beside the header, there is also a sticky header. So as you can see, whilst you scroll, the header becomes what sticky also over here. Very neatly designed. And then we also have the heroes section over here. Now with the hero section, we display some images, in kind of a slideshow also over here at the background. And then we have this nicely written, boldly written over here, clean spaces, green places. So the whole website is about Spark and Tough. So it means that we clean your your houses and your offices for you, and then we also do landscaping and tough care and other stuff. So you can see through the pictures over here. So we also showcase some buttons also over here, and then as you can see, that is the hero section. Now when you come down the hero section, it talks a little bit about the website over here, and then we have the about, something small about the website. So something small about a cleaning business can be written over here. So we have welcome to blah blah blah, and then we have create, that is a subheading over here, and then the heading, and then we have some short description over here, and then the core values, and then also a button over here to learn more, and that is it. Now when you scroll down, we also have we display some services also for the business on the homepage. So some of the services that we offer are being displayed over here, so that our client or whoever it is that want to use our website to be able to easily see our services on the homepage. So you list some few services on the homepage over here with the clean design also over here. Now when you scroll down, we also have work process, so how we are working. So we have you book, you select date and all those kind of stuff, and then you clean, we come to clean for you, and then also you relax. So these are the process and how it is done. And then we also have testimonials also listed over here, so you can display some testimonials nicely designed over here. And then when you scroll down, we also have this sticky nicely designed call to action over here. Okay, so you see that the background image is sticky. When you scroll, it's still the same, right? And then you can design this container over here to make it really nice. So this is just a call to action over here, and then we have clean footer also over here. So basically this is how the website looks like, and that is the homepage of the website. Very nice, very clean. And then let's look at how the about page also looks like. So now with the about page, we also have a clean design also over here. So as you can see, you have a background video displaying over here, and then we can have a heading over here, and then a description also over here, with then a book appointment button also over here, and then also we display some image on the right hand. Now when you scroll down, who we are, about story about Spark and Tough, you can be able to also display some other information also over here. You talk about your mission, your vision, and your core values. You can be able to have it over here. And then we also have this ready for clean call to action also over here. So ready for a cleaner home and a greener lawn. This is a call to action that you can be able to display over here, and that is the about us page. Now when we go to the services, and there are a lot of services that we offer. So we offer residential cleaning, commercial cleaning, and then we also have industrial cleaning, landscape, and turf maintenance also over here. And then we have this call to action also over here. Now we also have single services page, okay, so that you can be able to go deeper into every service. So you can have a page like this, nicely designed, with a booking form over here, just to help your customers easily book or get a code. So when they click over here, you scroll down over here for them to get a code, and it's the same for all the other services. So this is residential. We go to the next one, which is commercial cleaning, also over here, and then we go to the next one, which is also landscape and turf maintenance, also over here, and then last one, which is industrial cleaning. So you can be able to have all these individual service pages for your single services. And then we go to the last one, which is contact us. So you have the contact page nicely designed, with a map embedded into it, so that your customers can be able to easily locate you when they want to locate you, your location and other stuff. And then you can also list your email address and then your phone number also over here. Okay, so basically and then also a form for people to fill. So basically that is how it looks like. Now the last page, or the last side, is the request a quote, or the booking kind of form or page that we have over here. So over here you can be able to embed a form into it, where they can be able to book an appointment with your cleaning agency, and then they can be able to come over there to assess your property, and then also clean for you. So basically that is how this particular website really looks like, and it looks clean, it looks nice. Any cleaning business can be able to use this to get their own kind of cleaning website. Now if you don't want to follow along with the tutorial that I'm going to take you through, and then you want to just get a template, and then just use it. Now we have the template on templateseller.com, so go to templateseller.com. I'll leave the link in the description for you guys, and then if you go over there, you can see that this is the template that we have over here. Just just get the template over here. So you can just get a template. You can read more about the template. You can even go ahead to check the live demo of the template. So as you can see, this is the live demo. You can be able to go ahead and check it up, and then you can go ahead and get the template, and you can be able to easily install it on your website. Now let me take you through how you can easily install this template on your website. Now as you can see over here, I have a clean WordPress installation over here. There is nothing on it. If you go over here and then you refresh the website, you're gonna see that it's just a new WordPress installation. There is nothing on it. Now if you go to the themes, and then you check the themes, you see that we only have this one theme over here. And then if you go to the plugins also installed, there is no plugins over here. So I'm going to show you how you can be able to easily get the this particular template from template seller. Now it's very easy to go ahead and then purchase this template. You can just click on add to cart over here, and then it's going to go take you through the the purchasing process, checkout process, and all those things. So one thing we have on template seller is that you can easily use PayPal to purchase, or you can also go ahead to pay with cryptocurrency. Now, if you don't have all these things, and then maybe you're from Nigeria or Ghana or any other part of Africa, or even any other part of the world that you don't have PayPal or cryptocurrency, you can go ahead to our seller website to be able to get it. So just click over here, and then you can either use any of our plans over here to be able to access it, or you can go to our page over here. Okay, and as you can see, this is um the Spark and Tough Elementor template. Just go over there, and then you can be able to get this template. Now if your currency is not there, just hover over here, and you see a lot of template currencies over here, from Nigeria to USD to any other part of the world. You can be able to have your currency over here for you to be able to easily purchase what you want. So basically that is with seller over here. Now like I said, just go through the buying process and then get your template. I already have the template, so I'm not going to just go through it, but that is how you can be able to get the template. Now once you get the template, okay, so once you get a template, now I already have the template. Let me see. Spark and Tough. Yeah, so I already have the template. This one is the template over here. Okay, now once you have the template, just unzip it, and you're going to have these two things over here, the child theme, and then also the template installation guide also over here. Okay, so just make sure that you open it and then go through the installation guide. But of course, this video can be able to help you easily get along with it. So once you get a template, come to your website dashboard over here, and then just click on themes over here, and then go ahead and click on add new theme. All right, so if you're over here, just search for the Kadence theme. Now the website was designed using the Kadence theme, so just search for the Kadence theme, and then click on install. Now one thing is, you install, you do not activate, so make sure that you just install it. Okay, so just install it, because we're going to install a child theme, and the child theme depends on the the parent theme, which is the Kadence theme over here. And then click on upload theme over here, click on choose file, and now go and then look for your template which you bought. So this is the template over here. Just click on open over here, click on install to install it, and then you wait for it to install, and then click on activate to activate it. And as you can see, our template has our child theme has been activated. Now once it is activated, you see this get started with an AI powered website over here. Just click on this particular install button over here to activate and install for you, and it's going to take you through this stage. Now you bought the template from template seller, so we're going to choose template seller over here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to click on the template that we bought, and click on finish and launch, and click on start importing. Now it's going to take you through the importation stage, where it will download all the data that you're going to use for the website for you, and then you're going to have a clean and easy website. Just hold on for a few minutes, and then you'll be able to access your new website in just some few seconds and some few minutes. Now another thing is, if you are not able to import the template, or if you're not being able to get a template imported, now we do support you to be able to help you import the template. And then also sometimes it's from your server. Okay, so make sure that your upload maximum file limit, and your server file limit and all those limits needs to be up. Okay, so make sure that you check all those things before you be able to import the template. All right guys, so as you can see over here, our importation is successful, and we can go ahead and either click here to see our site, or go over here to see our pages, or even come over here and then just refresh our website over here, and let's see how our website is doing. So we're gonna refresh it and then see how it's doing. All right guys, so as you can see, our website is looking great. The only thing is our menu over here did not really come, but we can go ahead and then check it. But as you can see, everything looks great over here, and we have a new website that we can really go ahead to work with. So let's go back over here and then go to pages over here, and I see why our menu did not show. So all the home page and other stuff is over here, but let's go over here to appearance and click on menus over here to set up our menu. So we're gonna go over here to primary menu, we select it, and then let's see. So as you can see, it is only this one that is showing over here, but we can just add our primary menu to it. So let's look at this one: home, about, services, contact. So we're gonna just quickly add them to it. So about, services, contact, and then we're gonna add it to it, and then we will add I'm gonna bring the services down, and we're gonna add this also pages to under the services. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So all the single services, we're gonna add them to it, and then we make sure that we add them, we position them under the services page, and then we bring it just after about. Now let's just save it. Okay, and as you can see, if you go over here and then refresh the website, now we have our menu and our menu items showing the way we want it. So it's very simple and easy to create a website. All what you need to do is to go ahead and edit with Elementor and then change certain things over here, as easy as possible. So guys, if this is exactly what you need, then you can go ahead and then go to template seller and get it, the template. But if you want to follow along, and then we design it step by step so that you can also learn and then design your own website, then let's quickly go ahead and start designing our website. All right guys, so to be able to design this beautiful spark and tough cleaning website, now what we will have to do first is to get domain name and then hosting. So and then also install WordPress on our hosting. So what we are going to do is we're going to go and then open a new tab over here. Now I want you to type in kitechdigital.com/namecheap. Okay, just type in this one. Now this is an affiliate link. If you use that particular link, it will really help me to continue doing these videos for you guys. So you're not going to pay anything extra, but what you do is you're just helping me to continue doing this particular videos for you guys. So basically just come over here and then search for your domain name. Just do whatever it is that you want to do, search for your domain name, and then when you're done with the domain name, add to cart, and then come over here and then look for shared hosting, and then make sure that you select any of the shared hosting over here. I'm not going to go through all these things because I don't want to prolong the video. So what I'm going to do is I've already done I already have my WordPress installation already, and then bought my domain and everything already. So I'm just going to go ahead and then start designing the website from that part. But if you want to learn how to buy domain name and hosting, I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to be able to learn how you can be able to purchase domain name and then hosting. But aside that, let's go ahead, and then I'm going to close this one. Let's go ahead and then start designing our website. So this is a newly fresh installation WordPress website over here, and as you can see, there is nothing over here. Okay, so first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to do some few settings for our website. So we're going to go to settings over here. go to general, and then we're going to set our site name and then tagline and all those kind of stuff. So just go ahead and then set your site name, which is Spark, any name that you want to give it, but I'm giving it Spark and Tough. Okay, and then a tagline, I'm going to use this particular one over here, which says let's see, spotless indoors, beautiful outdoors. Okay, so spotless indoors, beautiful outdoors. All right, so that is what our tagline. Now you can choose a site icon. The site icon really appears over here, so I'm going to just choose a site icon. Now before that, I can upload all the media that I want to use on the website. So I already have all the media prepared for me already. Now what I'll do is I'll just upload all of them one after the other, and then or I'll just take all of them and then drag it, accept the video, and then drag it inside the website. So it's going to upload for us, and we'll be right back when it is done. We're going to wait for it to upload and then come back when it is done. All right, guys, so we have uploaded our images over here, and we are going to go ahead and then select the image that we want to use. So we're going to use this particular image over here, and I'm going to set it as a site icon. So it will tell me to crop it, and you just need to click on crop or skip crop. If there is a skip crop over there, you skip it, and then you are good to go. All right, so as you can see, it has been set successfully. Now we can go down, check all the URLs, the site address and the WordPress address, check and see if all is correct, check your administrative address also, and everything. If all is done, just click on save changes over here. Okay, so now that we've done the few settings over here, the next step is for us to create some pages, and then we'll come back to reading to set our home page as a home page. So we're going to go ahead and then create some pages. So I'm going to go to pages over here, click on all pages, and then see the pages which are available for me. So for now I have these two pages. I'm going to trash this one, and then I'll leave the privacy policy because every website needs a privacy policy, but in this video we're not going to use the privacy policy for anything, but I'll still leave it as it is. And then I'll click on add page, and then over here what we're going to do is we're going to set the title for the page, and then we change the template to Elementor template. If there is no Elementor template yet, because we haven't installed Elementor yet, but we just want to create our pages and then click on publish. So we are using the blog editor over here, but we will go ahead and then just create our page, just the page, and then later on we go and then install Elementor and then use Elementor to edit the page the way we want it. So I'm going to just go ahead and then click on type in home over here. So that's my home page. So let's take a look at we have the home, about, services, and then contact, and then over here we have 4 services over here under the services. Now when you scroll down also is the same thing. So about, services, booking. Okay, so there is also a booking over here, and then these are our services. So that is exactly what we are going to do. So we have a home. We're going to click on publish over here. I'm going to click on add page again, and then I'm going to name this one about. So I'm just going to close this one and name this one about, or you can say about us depending on how you want it. So let me just say about us, and then click on publish. I'll go ahead and click on add page again. Let me quickly close this one. Go to services or type in services or our services depending on how you want it. So that is it. So services over here, and then just click on publish. All right, so I'm going to go again and then create the other pages just like the way I'm doing it. So I'll go to we have booking. So we have booking over here. I'm going to publish it, and then I'll go to another page again. I'll create another page again, and I'll call this one contact or contact us, and then I'll just publish this one also. All right, so now that we've created all the pages that we have, so we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, so we will create these pages also. So we want to create residential cleaning, commercial cleaning, landscape and tap maintenance, and then we also have industrial cleaning. So let's go ahead and then create all the other pages quickly. So I'm going to pause the video and then create all the other pages quickly and then come back. All right, guys, so as you can see, we have all the pages created for us, as simple as that. Now we're going to go ahead and set the home page as the home page. So if you go ahead to view this, in the new tab, this is how it's going to be like. So as you can see, it says /home. Okay, but we want the home page to be our home page. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to settings over here, and then come over here to first of all, let's go to reading over here, and then we're going to change it from latest post to static page over here. So home page, wanted to display a static page, and then we select our home page as the home. And then if you have a blog, you can just select the blog post page as your blog. Now I'm going to just click on save over here, and now if I come over here and then watch the URL over here, and then I refresh it, you see that the /home goes away. So now this is our home page. So if somebody clicks over here, it still redirect the person to this particular place, and that is what we want. Now aside that one, we're going to go also to permalinks over here to set our permalinks. Now as you can see, the permalinks is on day and then name, but we want to change it to post name. We want it to be unique and then SEO friendly. So we'll change it to post name, and then we click on save over here. Now we've done all the necessary settings that we have to do. Now it is up to us to install a theme and then also install some plugins. Now if you look at this website over here, this is our this is basically how the theme looks like. Okay, it's using the 2025 theme. Okay, but if you go over here, this theme is different. This is the Kadence theme. So what we are going to do is we're going to install the Kadence theme. Okay, so to install a theme, all what we need to do is to hover on appearance over here, click on themes over here, and then we're going to go to add theme over here. So click on add theme, and then we search for the theme that we are going to look for. So we're going to look for the theme which is called Kadence, and as you can see, this is the theme that we want to use. We're going to click on install, and then after that we go ahead to click on activate to activate the theme. All right, so now that we have this one done successfully, now it is up to us to also create some menus, and then later on we use the menus to create or design our header and then footer. So to create menu, under appearance over here, see that now we have menus over here. Okay, at the moment you install a theme and then activate the theme, this settings come under the appearance. So now we have the menus over here. So we're going to click on menus over here, and then we will go ahead to create our menu. So the menus are basically what you see over here. So this is a primary menu, this whole is a primary menu, and then these ones are the items inside the menu. Okay, and then when you go over here, we have this one which is also a menu, this one which is also a menu. Okay, so we're going to create these three menus, and then we use it to design our header and then footer. So we're going to go over here and then just type in main menu over here, and then the display location can be primary over here, and then also I want to display the same menu on the mobile. Okay, so I'm going to just click create menu to create it. Now that we have this one, that we've created our menu, but we don't have any items in the menu, right? So we're going to add some few items inside the menu. So we're going to go over here and then select the home page, select about us. We're going to skip the booking, select contact. Okay, so I'm going to select, no, let me skip this one, select services. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'll just put them over here, and then come over here and then put this one over here. Okay, so first of all, before I do that, let me put this one over, and then let me just select the single services, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then add to menu. So now we have all the single services added to the menu, but we want the single services to be under the services. So how do we do it? So it's very simple. I'm just going to arrange it this way. So just make sure that you shift it to the right a little bit, and then it will be under this one. So shift it like this, commercial. We will have this one also over here, and then we have this one over here. So now we have the services under the menu. Okay, so we can just click on save menu over here, and now if you go to the front end and then refresh it, you see now we have our menu neatly designed over here. Okay, all right, so now that we've set up our menu, we want these services to come just before the contact. So if you look at this one, we have about, home, and then services. So we're gonna go over here and then carry this one and just place it above the contact. Okay, so that will come before the contact. So we're gonna click on save menu and we are good to go. So now we've created our first menu. Let's create the second and third menu. So to create another menu, you see this one sentence over here. This one is a link. So it says create a new menu. Click on it to create a new menu. And then all what we need to do is to name the menu. So I'm going to name it quick links. Now I have this, quick text over here because I've been using it several times. So I'm going to use quick links and I will not set any location for it. I'm just going to click on create menu over here, and then my menu is created, but I'll put some items under the menu. So I'm going to go over here and then put about, put contact, put booking, and then I'm going to put services also underneath, and then I'll click on add menu. So we have about, services, booking, and contact, and I'm going to save it over here. Now let's take a look about, services, booking, and contact us. Okay, so this one says contact us, so I'm gonna just make it contact us, and this one says about us, our services, so I'm gonna make this one also our services. All right, so I'll just click on save menu over here and we are good to go. Okay, so now what do we create again? We create this our services menu over here. So we're gonna go over here and then still go ahead to create still go ahead to create a different menu. So as you can see over here, we can click here to create a different menu, and this time around we're gonna say services. So you see our services over here, and then we don't set it to any location. We just click on create menu, and then on our left hand side we add the services that we want to add to it. So 1 2 3 3 4. Okay, these are the 4 services we want to add to it. So click on add to menu to add those services. So I'm going to arrange it to residential, we have commercial, let's see, we have landscape and tab management, tab maintenance, sorry, and then we have industrial over here. So I'm going to just click on save menu, and as you guys can see, we are done with our menu. We have 3 different menus. We have 1 2 3 over here, which we can showcase it anywhere in our website. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and then now that we have our menu set, we have our pages created, we have everything done, we can go ahead to create our header and footer. Okay, so I always create my header and footer first because it helps me shape the website the way I want it. So I'm going to go ahead and then create header and footer. Now to create a header and footer, we need to customize the website, the theme itself. So how do we customize the theme? See under appearance, we have customize over here. Click on it, and I'm opening it in a new tab over here. Okay, so when you click, you're gonna land on this page over here. Now this page gives you access to customize the colors, the font, and everything that you want to use to design the theme itself. So as you can see over here, we have colors and font, header, footer, general settings, post and page layout. We have search results, site identity, menu widget, home settings, and then additional CSS if you want to add some CSS code to it. All right, so now first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to set our colors first, so we can use the colors to design the theme and the website. So let's go to colors and font over here and then click on colors. So I have some colors over here I want to use. So as you can see, these are the colors I want to use. So my first color is this one. I'll copy it, come over here, and then I'll paste it over here. This is my first color. Now let me go to my second color, which is also this one. I'll copy it, which is this, and then paste it over here. It's gonna be my second color. Now let me go to my third color. So I have already arranged my colors the way I want it, and I'm just applying it to it the way I want it. So that's my third color. Let's go to the fourth color. I'll copy this one, 1 2 3 4 over here, and then select or paste it over here. Okay, let's go to my fifth color, this one. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5. I'll paste it also over here. Now I'm gonna go to my sixth color, copy this one. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6. I'll click over here and then paste it over here. All right, now let me go to my seventh color, copy this one. This is the seventh color. I'll paste it over here. Now let me go to my eighth color. So I'm gonna go to my eighth color. This is my eighth color. Copy this one, come over here, and then paste it over here. Now I'm gonna go to my last color, which is FFF. All right, so now I have it done. I can publish it. So my colors are set. Okay, for palette 1, right? You can set color for palette 2 and then palette 3 because you have access to these 3 palettes. So if I click over here, you see the website changes. If I click over here also, if I have different colors over here, it's gonna change. Okay, basically that is it. Now site background also, so you can choose the site background that you want to use for your website. So your site background, your content background, title above, content also, you can decide to choose it over here. You can set the title above content background. So this is what I think, this is the title above content background. You can set any color for it. Let's see. Yeah, you see this one. You can set any color for it. You can decide to maintain it to be this color. Okay, let's just maintain it to be this color. Later on we can come over here and even set an image for it. Right, so since we are creating this kind of website, I'm going to set an image for it so that I'll set just let me see. I want to set maybe somebody cleaning or something for it. Okay, so let me just use this one over here, and you can also give it an overlay, right? So you can go over here and even give it an overlay, so a darker overlay, depends on how you want it. So maybe something like this, and then you can do it for all of them. So if you don't want this one, you can change for tablet and then also mobile also, and then also title above content overlay. So the color also, this is the the overlay color, right? This is the overlay color. But if you go to the font and other stuff, you can be able to change this title over color over here. So with the style, this particular link style over here, to I'm going to just say no underline, so make it no underline, and I'll just click on publish over here. Now let's go to buttons over here. So this button is quite okay, and you can even make it more nicer depending on how you want it. So if you look at how this button looks like, we can decide to design it just the way we want it. So we're gonna go over here and then maybe give it this border radius. So let me give it like an 80 border radius, and then when you come down over here, you can go ahead and then change the button hover and then a shadow and then button shadow overlay. So over here we can choose this one as a shadow, and then we can just remove the blur to be 0, and then I'm gonna give the speed also to be 0, and then the Y and X I can give it 7 and then 7. Okay, so depending on how I'm just going to publish it later on. If it doesn't show that way, we can go ahead and then change it the way we want it. But basically that is how you can be able to play around with it. And this is the text and the text color. So if you look at over here, this is how it looks like. Okay, so that is it. Now let's go over here and go to typography. So we want to change our the font size and font, all those kind of stuff. So for the typography, for the basic typography or the basic font, we're going to use Open Sans. Okay, so I'm going to use Open Sans. As you can see, I have it written down over here. And then headings, I'm going to use Poppins. So I'm going to go over here and then change this one to Poppins. Okay, so you can go ahead and then even change the size and other stuff. So for desktop, I'm going to leave it as this. For tablets, you can go down a little bit, so like 14, and then for mobile also you can decide to go down a little bit, but I'll still leave it at 14. Okay, so basically that is it. Now when you come over here also, you can play around with it. So for desktop, you can go to 30, 32 or whatever it is, and when it comes to tablet, you can go down to, let's say, 28, and then over here you can go down to, let's say, 24. Okay, so just make sure that you change or you do all the settings. So I'm going to do just for font 1, font 2, and then font 3. So I'm going to go over here. This is 28, so I'm going to change it to oh, okay, 28 is quite okay, but for tablet, I'm going to change it to 26, and for this one, I'm going to change it mobile, I'm going to change it to 22. Okay, so basically that is it. So let's go back to here, and then the third font, H3, we come over here. This one will be the same. When you come over here, it's going to be 22, and when you come over here, we're going to make it like 20. Okay, so I think we are done over here, and you can choose the base font also depending on what you want. Okay, so I'm going to just leave this one as it is and click on publish. Okay, so now whatever you are doing, make sure that you publish it. Okay, it's very, very important. So now that we've done with our colors and other stuff, now let's go ahead and then go to our header. So we're going to click over here to our header, and as you can see, this is our header, and below over here is our header builder. Okay, so the one thing about Kadence is you have a header builder where you can be able to move things around and then display things the way you want it. So we first of all want to change our logo. So instead of logo and title, we're going to give it just a logo, and then we select our logo, and the logo that we're going to use is this particular one over here. We skip cropping because we don't want to crop, and as you can see, this is our logo. So this is the logo that we are using. All right, so now we're going to come over here and see where this one is placed. So as you can see, this is where it is placed. So we're going to go over here. It's in the middle. I'm going to push it in the middle over here. Okay, so this one is all caps. So I'll come over here, click on this settings over here, and you can go to the design, come over here, and first of all, I'm going to change this one to this color over here. This is going to be this one, and this is going to be this one. Okay, so when I scroll down, I'm gonna go to navigation font over here, and I'll click over here, and you can either decide to increase it or not, but let me go to here, and then I'm gonna give it like 600, and then let's go to size again. You see transform over here, I'm gonna give it capital, so it's gonna be something like this. So this is basically what we have over here. Now if you go over here and you hover on this one, this is how it looks like. Okay, so we will want to use that same color and the color effect and all those things to be able to design what we have. So this is even too big, meaning that we can go ahead and then reduce it a little bit. So I'm going to just make it like 16 or 15. Okay, so let me make it 15. And we can go over here and then spacing over here. So we can increase the spacing to like maybe 1.3 or 1.4. So maybe 1.3, or let me make it 1.5, or let's say 2 is quite okay. 2 em is quite okay. Okay, so now when we hover on this one, right, what happens? So if you go over here and you hover on it, this is what really happens. Okay, so we're gonna go over here, come over here. Let me just publish what we have, and then you see this one which says drop down options. Now click on it, click on the drop down options. You're gonna have options to be able to change things over here. Okay, so you can even increase the width. The width is from here to here of the you know, the drop down. You can increase it or decrease it depending on how you want it. And then also the spacing, also you can also increase it or decrease it, depend. But what I'm interested in is the styling. Okay, so the drop down colors over here, if you look over here and then you hover on it, we have you know, this colors over here. So I'm going to go over here, and then first of all I'm going to choose this one, and I'll choose this one for it. Okay, now when I hover on it, what happens? You know, when I hover, I have white background with the green writings. So when I hover on it, I have white background, so I'm going to go for white background and then the green you know, over here. So the same thing, I'll go for white and then also green over here. So it's going to be something like this, and that is exactly what we want. All right, so we're also going to change the lines in it. So we're going to go over here and I come to divider over here, and I'm going to use this particular one over here, and I'll just you know, fade it out a little bit or make it transparent a little bit. Okay, so now let's go over here. You can't see it over here, but when we publish, okay, and we go over here to refresh the website, now as you can see, if you hover, you see that we have this transparent kind of lines in it. Okay, so basically this is it. We are getting there small. Okay, so small we are really getting there. So that is what basically it. Now let's go over here, and the next one we want to add a button over here. So click on the plus icon over here and then choose a button. Okay, so we want to add a button. So you see that we you know, we did our button, and this is how it looks like. Okay, so the hover really took everything, it took everything like they wanted. Now let me just publish it and see how the hover acts. Okay, so even over here the hover is not what is not reflecting. So but we can do that on this particular button over here. So what does the button say? It says what, get a quote, and it directs to the booking form. Okay, so we're gonna go over here and then just say get a quote. Okay, and then it's in capital, so we will direct it to the booking side later on. So I'm going to just leave this one as a hash or pound sign, and then later on I'll come over there to do what I want to do with it. So over here there are also some settings over here. Now if you want to open in a new tab, you can do. If you want to set a link to no follow, you want to set link to attribute sponsored, you want to set it to download, you can also do that. You want to also you know, choose a different style of the button, whether filled or outline, just like this. You can also do that depending on how you want it. And then when you come over here, you can show it to either logged out people or users only, or show it to only logged in users only, depending on how you want it. Or you can show it to everybody. Okay, now if you are creating something like maybe an e-commerce or something that people have to register on, that is where this thing come into play. but for now we're going to leave it as it is. Now let's go to design over here, and of course you can make the button, you know, big, medium, or small depending on how you want it. Okay, so let me just focus on the medium over here. Now let me just go for large, and then over here the button color is also first of all, let's choose the background. So the background, I'm going to choose this one, and then this one is going to be white. When you hover on it, what happens? So let's go to this one. When you hover on it, it still changes to darker green. Okay, so what we're going to do is when you hover on it, it's still going to be white over here, but the background is going to be this darker green. So when you hover on it, this is how it's going to be like. Okay, all right, so we don't have any borders, so we're going to leave it as it is. Now over here we're going to set our border radius just like the way we set for the general buttons. Now over here, font, you can decide to set it anyway. Over here is what is it's capitals. Okay, so we're gonna go over here and change this one to capitals over here, and then come over here and reduce this one from from whatever it is to 17, and we can go to style and then change it to 600 or even 700 to make it a little bit bolder or bold. Now let's come to button shadow. We're going to leave this one as it is, but we come to hover state. Okay, so when you hover, what happens? All right, so when you hover, we want this one to change to 7. We want this one also to 7, and then the blur should be 0 because we don't want a blur, and then the spread also should be 0, and then the color, we're going to change it to this one. Now let me just publish it and go over here and refresh the website. Okay, so when I hover on it, you see now we have what we want. Okay, as exactly like the way we wanted it, and that is how the header is going to be. All right, so now that we have a top middle row header set up, now let's go over here. We have a top header over here, so we're going to fix that one also. So we're going to come over here, and this is the top row. Okay, this is the top row. Now what is over here? So over here is just an HTML widget displaying this text, and then we also have this social media icons also over there. So I'm going to come over here, and then the top, I'm going to just display an HTML widget over here. Click on the settings icon over here, and then I'll just put this one over here. So as you can see, I have this one set up successfully. Now I can also come over here, click on this one, and click on social over here. Now I'll click on the icons over here, and then I can, you know, do some settings over here. But before we go on, let's click on this top row over here and go to its design, and then change this one to green like this. Now let's see here, green like this. Okay, so green like this. All right, so this is how it looks like. But let's go to general. We can change the minimum height to, like, let's say 60, and it's going to be like this. So let's go to 50, and 50 is quite okay. All right, so first of all, let's go over here and then go to design, and we can design it anyhow we want it. So you can choose the colors that you want. So with the colors, maybe you want white. When you hover on it, depends on what you want. So let's say you want this color, the background color. I don't want any background color, so I'm going to just remove background color. When you hover also, I don't want any background color, so I'm going to just remove it. So it's going to be something specifically like this. So I think this is quite okay. Now the only thing is this text is not showing, so click on the HTML widget over here, the settings, and go to it design, and change the font to a visible font like white, and you're good to go. You can change the text and everything. So if you feel the text is too big for you, you can change it. You can go ahead and even, you know, set the font size and all those things. So if you want to change the font size, the font style, okay, so let's keep it 600, which is quite okay. So now we have our header set up, and we can just go ahead and publish it. So let's go over here and click on refresh, and as you can see, we have a brand new header over here. Now there's one thing you see over here when you are scrolling. This is the sticky header. Okay, So we need to make sure that we have that sticky effect also over there. So let's go back to our header editor. We're gonna go back. So go back. This is the header over here. Now scroll down, and on the last item over here you see sticky header. Click on it over here and enable the sticky header. So yes, only for the main row. Okay, and if you want to enable for mobile also, so yes, only for the main row. Now of course you can even decide to change you know, the sticky header color, the sticky header how do you call it, logo, and all those things. Just read through and you can be able to do so, but for now this is exactly what we want. Now let's click on publish and we are good to go. All right, so now that we have done the header for you know, desktop, we have to do it for mobile also. So underneath this one you see that there is this controls over here, which we have the responsive icons over here. So make sure that you click between tablet and mobile to set everything responsive. I'm going to choose mobile over here and make sure that my website is responsive. I mean the header is responsive. So I'm going to adjust the size of the logo over here. And over here I'm going to give it like maybe 150, okay, which is quite okay. And if you want, you can even come over here and then check the size over here the way you want it. So if it is 200, you can change it to maybe 250, make it bolder or something like that. But I'm going to just go over here and make it and then over here also you can let's make it 200. Okay, so which is quite okay. So I'm going to go to the mobile side, and with the mobile side you see at the moment we change this one to mobile, see this one has been divided into two columns. So one is the off canvas, and then one is where we have, you know, the logo and then the trigger. Okay, so this is the trigger, this is the logo. So what we're going to do is even with the logo and trigger you can, you know, position it anywhere you want. Okay, so it depends. And this is the off canvas. The off canvas is the one that when you click on the trigger it opens for you, this one. Okay, so now let's look how this one looks like. So we're gonna use this extension over here to turn it into mobile and see how it looks like on mobile also. So on the mobile, this is what we have. We have this over here like this, and when you close it, it's going to be showing like this. So let's quickly go ahead and then do it. So let's trigger over here, and then go ahead and then set our design. So this is default. We're going to make it bordered over here. So you can you know, go ahead and then choose anything that you want. So the border thing and all those things, you can choose the size and everything that you want. So trigger border, this is it. Icon size, you can decide to make it smaller or not. Also this is how it becomes. Okay, so 20, and then over here we can go ahead and then change you know, the colors over here. So I'm going to use this color over here, and when you hover I want it to be this particular one. Now trigger background also, you can decide to use any trigger background that you want, but I'm just going to leave it like that. So basically this is how the trigger looks like. So you can also decide to make it bigger by using this particular one. So you see that it's deep, okay, very deep over here, or make it this particular icon, or even, you know, make it this way. Okay, depends on the design that you are using, but I don't know why this one has turned into round, but I'm gonna just, you know, use my default one and make it like this, and I think this one is quite okay for me, and I'm gonna just leave it like that. Okay, so I'll just publish this one, and then I'm going to go to the off canvas. Now if we click over here, this is how off canvas looks like. So let's click on this particular one, and then look at how we can be able to best you know, design it. So first of all, I'm going to click on this plus over here and then bring in an HTML, and with the HTML I'm going to go over here. Okay, put it on top over here. Don't worry, it will decide to go away. You can bring it back by clicking on this one. See, this is the HTML. Now inside the HTML, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the logo. Okay, so I'm going to remove this one and then add an image, and the image is going to be our logo. Okay, so I'm going to bring this white logo that I have over here. Why is it not working? Okay, let me just publish this one, and let me just refresh the website. Maybe it's an internet issue. Oh, it just came. All right, so let's go back over here and click over here and go back to our header, and then over here let's go to the settings over here, and as you can see we don't have this one, so we're going to come over here and then we're going to use this, click on it, and as you can see this is what we are looking for. Okay, so you can decide to make it smaller by using the resize button or icon over here to resize it. But I'm going to leave it as it is, but what I would do is I'll click on insert link to insert the home link. Okay, so I want, when people click on it, it takes them to the home page. Okay, and that is exactly what I want. So the next is I'm going to click just on this settings icon on the off canvas over here, and I'll go to design over here, and with the pop background, which is this black background over here, I'm going to change it to this color over here. Okay, and then let's go to the close button. It's white, so I'm going to leave it as it is. We're going to go over here to the navigation over here. We'll click over here, and with the navigation, what we're going to do is we want it to be white, but when you click over here, when you hover, it should be this color, and when it is active, it's also supposed to be this particular color over here, so it is visible, right? So as you can see, this is how it looks like. Okay, so everything is looking perfect over here, and the font size and other stuff too, you can decide to increase it the way you want it. All right, so yeah, I think everything looks perfect, everything looks great. The only thing is you can also decide to change this to how do you call it, capitals. Okay, so make all caps, right? And then if it is capital, we can reduce. Let's go over here and come over here, and then we can reduce the size a little bit, so something like this. Let's click over here and see. Okay, so over here when it's in capital, it's not really nice, so let's check this one and see how it behaves. So this one was placed on small like this, but you can as well do the caps if you want to. So I'm going to just leave it and then make it the 14 as it is. So guys, as you can see, this is how it looks like. Now we can add a button, because if you click over here, see that there is a button which says get a quote also over here. So you can click over here and add a button, and then I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to say get a quote. Okay, I'm going to say get a quote. All right, and then we can link the button to any place that we want it to link to. So this one was supposed to link to the other page, so let me go over here and go to pages so I can pick the links, and then we can link them immediately. So we go over here, pick, right click over here, copy the link over here, come over here, and then put the link over here, and that is it. So now we can publish it. Now let's look at how the button looks like. This is how it looks like, and we don't want it to look like this, so we're gonna go over here to button over here, go to it, design over here, and then the text color. Let's look at how this one looks. So it's the text color is this one, and then when you hover, let's see. Okay, so when you hover, you're gonna get a different thing. So when you hover on it, you're gonna get something like this. The background color also is this. When you hover on it, is a transparent thing. All right, but we have border. Okay, so the border color is this, and then the border color is this, and then the hover also is this one. All right, so let's select border over here, and then we're gonna choose just one for it. So when you hover on it like this, it's gonna be like that. You can decide to choose two. Let's choose two and see. It's gonna be like this. All right, so with the border background also, border radius also, we can make it 80, and the font, this is where you can make it anyhow you want to make it. So I'm gonna go to the font style over here and make it 600 or 700. Okay, a little bit bolder. All right, so as you can see, now we have everything we need for our website. The only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this one, that is the navigation over here. Go to it general over here, and then the vertical item spacing, I want to space it a little bit, so you can decide to space the item. I'm gonna give it 1.4, which is quite okay. All right, so I'm gonna publish it, and now we have our header set up successfully. Okay, so now that we have our header set up successfully, now we go to our footer. So we're gonna go straight to our footer. We click on footer over here, and let's look at how this footer looks like. So I'm gonna exit this one, and we're gonna scroll down to our footer, and this is how our footer looks like. So our footer is all green. So we're gonna go over here, and first of all, we have this footer footer thing over here. So I'm gonna copy this one and come over here. Oh, so what it does is we come over here and then remove the theme credit, add this sign to it, and then we'll just say maybe designed by Kadence Digital. Okay, and then you can go ahead and add some links to point to wherever you want to point it to. I'm going to point it to my main website, kadence.com, and as you can see, everything looks okay. So I'm going to scroll down, and this is how it looks like. All right, so I'll come to design over here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead to bottom row over here, and I'm going to go to design, and the bottom row background, I'll change it to this color over here. Then I'll come to this place, and then also go to the design, the font, and then I'll change the font to the white color over here, and then I'll reduce the font size to, like, let's say 14 or 13, depending on how you want it. The link color also, I'm going to change it to this, and when you hover on it, it's going to be this one. And then I don't want any underline, so it's going to be something like this. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. All right, so now let's go back to the bottom footer again, and over here, sometimes you don't get all the settings, but as you keep designing from here, you can get all the settings. So what I will do is I'm just going to remove this one and make it the bottom, and make it like like a 10. Okay, 10. I'll come to the middle row over here, and with the middle row, if you look at it, is 1 2 3 4. Okay, so 4. So over here, let's go to general of the middle row, and the columns will be 4 columns, and then I'm going to use this one, which is 40 20 20 20. Okay, so that is the layout that I want. All right, so now I'm going to go to design, and then I'll scroll down, and then I'll come over a middle row background. I'll change it to this one, right, this particular one, and then I'll select a border, which is bottom border, right. Now make it 1, and then I'll come over here, and then I'm going to choose this color over here. So now if I put anything over here, okay, so I'm going to click over here and put widget 1 over here. I'll come over here and put widget 2 over here, come over here and put widget 3 over here, come over here and put widget 4 over here. Now widget 2, I'll click on this settings icon, and then add a blog. And what blog am I going to add? I'm going to add navigation. Remember that we set up some menus that we did not use. Here is where we use it. So this one is going to be quick links quick links, and then I'll select the quick links over here. So as you can see, this is the quick links, and then that is it. So it's supposed to load for us, so don't worry, it's going to load for us. So this is the quick link. Now let's go over here. You can't see it because as you can see, the colors are the same. So let's go over here. The widget title, we change it to this one, and then the widget content also, we're going to change it to this one. And then the widget links also, we change it to this one. So this is how it's going to be like. Okay, so this is exactly how it will be like. And then now that we have this one down, now let's go over here, click over here, the same navigation. We're going to add nav also to it. Click over here, and then this one will be our services. We click and then choose our services, and we are good to go. Okay, so the preview is not showing. Let's just publish it, and let me see if it is showing on the front. Okay, so I think I'm having some small internet thing, but I will come. Okay, so this is how the preview shows. I'm going to publish it and then come over here and refresh the website, and as you can see, we have this done. Now we can go over here and even go to middle row settings over here, change the font over here to maybe a different font, so 15 is quite okay. You know, this font title also, widget title also, can go ahead and then even change it to anything that we want. So 18 is also quite okay. So links underline, when hover, no underline. Okay. Yeah, so I think everything is quite okay, and as you can see, this is the line that we gave, so we're going to publish it. All right, so let's go over here and see how it looks like. So basically this is, so the only thing we have to do is to bring this form and then bring this one. So I'm going to copy this one, come over here, and over here what I'll do is I'll add a widget, which is an HTML widget, or I'll add a text widget or a paragraph widget. Okay, but first of all, let me add an image first, and then later on I'll add a paragraph. Okay, so this is the image I'll upload. I'll select the image. I'm going to select this logo, click on it. All right, so it will come, don't worry. Now over here also I'll paste in the text that I copied from this side also. So yeah, so what we're going to do is we can go ahead and then publish it. We're going to publish it, come over here and refresh it, and let's see if it shows over here. So it's showing over here, right? It is showing practically over here. So what we can do is okay, so everything shows perfectly over here, but the only thing we can do is we can you know, this over here, the text is becoming a little bit too much. So what I want to do is, let me check this one. Okay, so I want to give a spacing, a little bit spacing over here. So I'm gonna go over here and then give a little bit spacing over here. So I'll click on this one, go to general over here, scroll down over here, and as you can see, we have column spacing. We can decide to give it like a 50 so that the gap will be more. So let me give it like a 60. And then widget spacing also, you can also decide to make it you know, more space. And then top spacing, right? So the top spacing, I will give it maybe 50, and then the bottom spacing also, I'm gonna give it 50. So it's gonna be something also like this. All right, so now I'll publish this one, and I want to see how this one displays. So I'm gonna just refresh the website to see the display on the back end, since it's not being displayed on the back. All right, so as you can see, this is how it's being displayed over here. Okay, so I don't understand why there is too much space over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the footer again, and then select this one and scroll down with the widget spacing. I'm gonna give it maybe a 0. As you can see, it goes up like this, right? Or let me just give it a 10 or maybe a 20. Okay, so we're gonna refresh it and go back to the front end and then refresh the website. All right, so this is how it looks like. Okay, so now we will add our form widget also over here. Now the form widget is also very simple. We create a form using Forminator, and then we will just click on this widget over here, and then we're going to add a short code. Okay, so short code over here, and then we'll just paste the short code over here. So for now, I'm just leaving it over here, but first of all, let's just come over here, and then if you look over here, there is a heading over here which says contact us. Okay, now let's go to the menu and then create an empty menu. So we're going to come over here, go to menus, and then we create an empty menu and call it contact us. So call this one contact us like this, and then don't set it anywhere, and then just create. Okay, so it's just an empty menu over here. Now over here, what we're going to do is we're going to search for nav over here, and then select it over here, and then you see this contact us. We'll just select it over here, and then we say contact us. All right, so contact us. Okay, so we're gonna put it on top over here. Okay, it should be on top, and now we can put our short code over here to make sure that we have the form displaying. So I'm going to publish this one and go back over here, and now that we have our header and footer all set up, so we have our header and footer all set up, this one, let me just set this link also over here quickly. So let me go to here, go back over here, go back over here, go to header, and then go to buttons, and then I'm going to set, okay, I'm going to set the link. So I'm going to copy this one, come over here, put it over here, and then write booking. Okay, so I'll publish it, and now my link is set. So if I close this one, I can be able to go ahead and then design the website. Now let me just put this one there because we'll come back to it later on. Okay, so just going to leave it over here and then leave this tab open just like this. Now I'm going to go back to the dashboard over here, and now it is time for us to install the plugins that we used for the website over here, this particular website. So what plugins? As of now, we have not installed any plugin. All what we are dealing with is a theme and WordPress. Now what plugins was installed? Now we're going to see it over here. So we have Elementor, Element Kit, Lite, and then Forminator. These are the 3 plugins that we use in designing this particular website. So we're going to go over here, and to install a plugin, just hover on plugins over here, click on add plugin, and then just search for the most popular plugin on WordPress right now. Go to popular over here, and you see this is the #1 popular plugin. Click on install now. Now I'm going to search for the other 2. So I'm just going to search for Element Kit. Element Kit. So this is the plugin that we're going to use. I'll click on install also. Okay, then I'll go ahead and then also search for the other plugin, which is Forminator, to create the forms that we have on the website. So I'll go ahead and click on Forminator, and then I'll click on install. All right, guys. So now that all the plugins are installed, we're going to go to installed plugins over here, and now we see we have 3 plugins installed. Now check all of them, click on bulk actions, and then come to activate, and I'm going to activate all of them together. All right, so all of them are activated successfully, and now we have Elementor installed, we have Element Kit Lite installed, we have Forminator also installed. Now first of all, let's create our forms quickly so we can finish with the the footer. So I'm going to go to Forminator over here. You come over here, you see that we have Forminator. I'm going to go to forms over here, and I'm going to create just a simple form. Okay, so I'll create just a simple form for Forminator for the footer. Okay, simple form for the footer. All right, so this is the footer that we are talking about. Okay, this is the footer that we are talking about. We're going to create a simple form for the footer. So we're going to come over here, click on add over here, and then you can select any form that you want, but I'm going to pick this one, the contact form. All right, so over here what we're going to do is we just want name and email. Okay, so if you look at this one, it's just having name and then email address. That's exactly what we want. So we're going to delete this one, delete it, and then also delete this one. Okay, and we have this too. So we're going to go on to appearance, and we are going to use this style over here. So this particular style over here, and then over here what we will do is you can choose your layout and other stuff, but when it comes to colors, make sure you go to customize colors over here, and then set your colors, because we are using a green background, so everything over here should be white. Okay, so that is where we're going to go. So let's go to the basic field over here. The label should be white. If there is a label, it should be white. Description also should be white. So let's keep it white. Okay, and then let's come over here to the input and text. The default, that is the border, also if there is a border, it should be white. Background color, we leave it as it is. The placeholder should also be white, and then the text color should also be white. Now when you hover on it, the border, we can choose our colors that we are using over here. So I'm going to go to colors, click on this one, and then copy this particular one, come over here, and then use it for the border, and then the background, I'm going to leave it like this, and then also this one, I'm going to use this one also for it. And then the focus, also border will be this one, and then the text color, I'll still choose white for it. Over also, I'll choose white for it. Okay, so now let's go to submit over here. Now with the background color, I'm going to choose white, this greenish color, and then the text color, let me go back over here and choose this deep green over here, and choose this particular one. So when you hover on it, we leave it as it is. When focus also, we leave it as it is. Now you can go ahead and then go to behavior, choose the way you want it to behave after submission, and then come down to another one, PDF, and then email notifications. Make sure that you receive email notifications from the website. So when somebody submits, where do you want the emails to go to? You can choose the recipient from this place, put your email over here, put your things that you want to put over here, so from, and then from email and all those kind of stuff you can do. So I'm going to leave it as default. Go to integrations, go to settings, and now I can go ahead and then publish. All right, so now I can copy this code. Okay, come over here, and then I'm going to go to footer over here, and then go to widget 4. So let's go over here, and see there is a shortcode over here. Just put this one in it and you are good to go. So publish it. Now you won't see it over here, but when you come to the front end and you refresh it, you're supposed to see it over here. So as you can see, this is how it's behaving. All right, so now we have this one also set up successfully, and we are good to go. So now we have our footer completely set. Now we can go ahead and then design the pages one after the other. So we're going to design the home page, we're going to design the about us page, we'll design the services page, and then we'll design the contact page, and then also the booking also page. So let's go ahead and then design the pages one after the other. All right, guys, so before we go ahead to design our pages, there's one thing I wanted us to check, which is the title color over here. So to be able to do that, we're going to go to post and pages layout. So let's go over there and then go to page layout over here and go to design over here, and then we can change the font title font color, title color to any color that we want. So as you can see now, the color is back over here, and we can go ahead and publish it. You can also go ahead to play around with the font, how you want it to set up and all those kind of stuff. But since we are going to use Elementor to design most of our pages, these things we wouldn't be really seeing it. All right, so now that we are done over here, I'm going to go back to my dashboard over here, and we are going to design our pages just like the way you see on this particular website. So first of all, we're going to deal with the home page. Okay, so let's go ahead and then deal with the home page. Now for the home page, we go to all pages over here, click on all pages, and then we go ahead to edit the home page, which is also the front page. So that is where people see when they log into your, or when they land on your website. All right, so now that we are over here, now we want to change the template. You see this one which says template, this is saying default template. So we want to change it to Elementor full width. So I'm going to change this one to Elementor full width, and I'm going to click on save over here. So as you can see, it is saved. Now if I come back over here and refresh the website like this, and since we've changed it to Elementor full width, you see we don't have nothing over here because it has removed the title, header, and all those things from it. All right, so now that we've removed everything, now we can design the page to suit the way we want it. So let's click on edit with Elementor over here. So we're going to click on edit with Elementor, and then go ahead to use Elementor to edit the website. All right, guys, so for those of you who are new to Elementor, this is Elementor and this is Elementor Page Builder. This particular thing over here is what we use in designing most of the website that you see. So I'm going to just close this one, and the space over here is the space that you can design. And on the left hand side over here is all the widgets that you are going to use. Some are pro, some are free. Okay, so as you can see, some are logged, right? It means that you need to get the the pro version of this particular plugin to be able to access the logged one. But we are going to deal with Elementor free version to be able to create what we want. So to design it, all what you need to do is to drag items over here to design it. So we use containers, and then maybe grids, and then some of the headings and text and images to design the website. Now as we go along, you'll be able to know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's look at the website that we are going to, the home page that we are going to design. So this is the home page that we're going to design. Now first of all, we have this beautiful slideshow over here. So what we are going to do is we're going to go over here, and we will click on add new container over here, and we click on flexbox, and then what I'm going to do is let me take a look at this one. Okay, so you can either decide to use this two column structure over here, or use one and then maybe add what you want to add in it. But I'm going to go over here and then use this two column structure over here. Now that I have this two column structure, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to advanced of the structure of the container, and then I'm going to unlink the padding over here, give it a top padding of 80, a bottom padding of also 80, and then go to the container layout itself, and then give it a minimum height of, let's say, 600. Okay, so it's going to be something like this. Now I'm going to put everything at the center over here. Okay, just like this. If you want it this way, or better still, let me just remove this one. Okay, and then come over here, click on this one. I'm going to use this particular one over here. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on this one, go to it advanced, unlink the padding over here, and then give it the top padding of 80, bottom padding of 80. Go to layout, give it a minimum height of 600. Okay, just like this one. Now inside this particular container, I'm going to put another container inside it. Okay, so it's going to be something like that. Now let's go to the main container itself, right? I'll change the width to 1280 pixel. Okay, and then this particular container, I'm going to make it like a 60%. Okay, so it's going to be showing on the left. Okay, so you can decide either 50 or 60% depending on how you want it. So basically you can't see nothing, but it's there. Now let's go to the the background, the main container itself, and we're going to set an image slider for the main container. So we're going to go to style over here, and then on the background type over here, we will choose slideshow. Okay, choose slideshow, and then select images that you want to use for your slideshow. So I'm gonna go ahead and select some images I want to use for my slideshow. So let's go over here and see the image. So we have this particular one over here. Let me just, this one also. So 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So 5 images that we're going to use. So we're going to come over here, we select this one. Let's go select this one also. Come over here, select this one, and this one. So these are the 5 images. We're going to create a gallery. So I'm going to bring this one first, bring this one second, bring this one third, and then it's going to be something like this. So I'll click on insert gallery. All right, so as you can see, this is how it is made. Now I already designed the images the way I want it. That is how you see it this way. Okay, so as we have it this way, now I can go over here and then change everything that I want to change. If I want it to be slide right, it can go ahead and then slide right. Okay, so basically it will slide to the right hand side. If I want it to slide left, if I want it to slide up, everything. If I want it to fade, okay, just fade. And then the background also, I can change it to cover, and then this one also, you can put it at center depending on how you want it. So if you feel this one is too small for you, you can quickly go ahead and then make sure that you increase the minimum height over here from 600 to 700 depending on what you want. So depending on what you want, make sure that you increase it. Okay, so basically that is it. Now this space over here, we want to write something in it. So you see this plus icon, we're going to write things in it. So we come over here and we copy this one which says clean spaces and green places. So we copy it, we come over here, we click on this plus icon over here, bring what we call the heading widget inside, and then paste this one in it. Now I'm going to go over here and then change this one to maybe 55. Okay, yeah, so this one is quite okay. Now I'm going to come over here, go to style over here. Now over here we want to use our font that we are using. So we got Poppins for headings, so we're going to go over it. I'll say got it, and then we can increase this one to like say 85. Okay, so as you can see, 85 fits exactly the way we want it. Now we can come over here and change this one to the strongest green over here. Okay, so this particular one. Now over here we can set our line height so that there will be space in it. So we're gonna come over here, and then I'm gonna put it to EM, and I'll say 1.3. So this is quite okay. All right, so now that we have this one done, it is up to us to set our links over here, and then also our two buttons, also our text over here. Sorry, I said links. Our text over here, and then also our two buttons. So I'm gonna copy this one, come over here, and then click on this add element plus icon over here, drag in a text widget over here, and then I'm just going to add the text widget that I copied. So it is also that black or green color, so I'm going to go over here and then set my typography for it. So this one will be Open Sans, and then I'm going to make it like a 20. Okay, depending on how you want it, either 18 or whatever it is, so maybe 18, depending on how you want you know, your thing to be like, so 2018 or whatever it is. Now over here I can also choose this one to make it either green, or I can choose the strong text over here. All right, so now we have this one done. Now let's go over here and see how it looks. It looks perfect, it looks okay, so we are good to go. Okay, let me see. All right, so we are good to go. So over here, what I'll do is I'll change this one to 20. Okay, so it's gonna be something like this, and then there is more space over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove the margin. So I'll go to advanced and then unlink the margin over here, then give it a negative margin of 20, so it pushes it up a little bit. Okay, so now I'll click on add element over here. Now drag in another container inside this particular container that we are working inside. Now over here, what I will do is I will just click over here, go to it advanced, and then give it a padding of 0. Okay, so over here I'll click this one and then drag in a button. Okay, so I'm going to drag in a button over here. Now I'll click on this container editor, go to its layout over here, and make sure that it is row horizontal. Now the reason why we make it row horizontal is basically we can duplicate it and then it will be side by side. Okay, so now what is inside this one? It says get a free quote. So I'm going to click over here and then come over here and say get a free quote. Okay, so we can link it to the booking, and then we go to style over here, and then we can style it anyhow we want it. Okay, so over here you can go ahead and see this one, the hover over here, it is picking the website itself. I mean the theme itself. You know what we did for the header. Okay, that is exactly what is picking over here. Okay, so over here we can change this one to the strongest text over here. Let's see how this one, oh, this one is the other blue, so we're gonna go over here and change this one to this particular one. Okay, so that when you hover it's gonna be something like this, and then we can also go ahead and, you know, just give it all the paddings that we want. So we unlink the padding over here and then give it our own padding so that it fits the way we want it. So it can be something also like this, and then maybe when we hover we can give it, you know, hover animation or change colors or whatever it is. Okay, so let me just give it a bob animation, this one, and then the text color, I want to change it to maybe white. Yeah, so it's gonna be still white, and then the background color, I'll change it to this strong one. So it's gonna be something like this. So if you hover on it, this is how it will be. Okay, so now that we have this one done successfully, now let's try and see if we can remove, this um how do you call it, this default hover that happens over here. If not, we can make it across throughout. So let's go over here and see if we can set everything maybe to 0, or like this. Okay, so as you can see, everything is now gone. So now we can go over here and see how this one looks like. It looks perfectly like this one. Okay, the same way applies to this one. Okay, so the box shadow is gone. All right, so now with the typography also, we can change this one to suit what we want. So we want to use open sans. And then we want to make it maybe 15. Let's say 20 is too much, so maybe 16. Okay, so 16 is quite okay. So now that we have this one done, now we can go ahead and duplicate this one. So right click over here and click on duplicate. So you see it's going to be side by side. Now over here, what happens? So if you hover on this one, you see this one. If you hover on this one, you see this one. Okay, that's exactly what we want to do. So let's go to its style over here, and let's see what is written. View our services. So before we go, let's change this one to view our services. View our services. All right, now we link this one to services. Okay, so we link it to the services page. Now let's go to style over here, and with this one we're going to use this strongest text, and with this one we're going to use this particular one over here. So you see, this is how it's going to be like. Now let's go over here. This is open sans, but we're going to make it a little more, bold a little bit, okay, so that it shows. So when you hover, this is how it becomes. When you hover, this is how this one also becomes. All right, so basically that is how you can be able to design this one. Now we're going to put everything in the middle. So I'll click over here and then make sure that we justify everything in the middle like this. And as you can see, it looks perfectly like this particular one over here. The only thing is this one is really deep. Okay, so we can still do that. So let's go over here and give this one a bolder font. So we, font weight. So we're gonna go over here and make it black. So as you can see, this one is more blacker. Very good. Okay, so now that we have this one becoming more blacker, we can go over here. Let me just reduce the space a little bit. So and come over here, and then instead of 20, I want to make it like a 10. Okay, so it's gonna be something like this. All right, so now I can publish this one. So this is the gap between every widget. Okay, so this widget, this widget, this widget, the gaps between them, the column and row, you can change it over here. All right, so now if I go over here and I refresh the website, this is how it looks like. So as you can see, now we are having everything similar to this particular one over here. Now let's go to the next section, which is basically the about section that we are creating. So with the next section also, we're going to go over here, and what we do is we create this particular one. So we're going to create a 2-column. We're going to pick a 2-column structure over here. Go over here, go to advanced, unlink the padding over here, give it a top 80, give it a bottom also 80, and then go to layout over here. We want to make this one also a 1280 pixel. Okay, and let's go over here and give it 40 um 40. That is the gaps. Okay, the gaps between these ones. All right, so now over here what we do is we'll insert an image over here. So I'm going to bring an image over here. So I'll select the image that we are using. So this is the image. So this particular image is what we're going to use. We're going to use this image over here, and as you can see, this is how it looks like. Now go to a style, and then make sure that the width is 100%, and then I'm going to leave the height, but the border radius I'm going to give it a 14. Okay, so it's going to have some corner radius over there. Now I'm done with the left hand side. Let's see if truly I'm done. Okay, so I'm done with the left hand side. I'm going to go to the right hand side. Now with the right hand side, what happens over here? We have this widget over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how we can be able to bring this widget. Okay, so we're going to go over here, click on this plus icon. We're going to search for heading. Okay, so we have this heading, this heading, this heading, and this heading. So this and these are not more, but we're going to use this particular one over here. So this is the heading that we will use, as you can see over here. So we have the heading title, we have the subtitle, and then we have description, and then shadow text, and then separator. All right, so let's look at how this one. So this is the subtitle. So I'm going to copy this one, go over here and open the subtitle, say show subtitle, and then okay, so this is the this is the title itself. Okay, which I don't want this one to be the title. I want this one to be the subtitle. Okay, so let's look at it very well. Okay, so subtitle, show outline, and then okay, so subtitle position. So we're gonna come over here and then say before title. Okay, so we want it to come before title, right? So over here we'll put this one over here. So it's gonna be something like this, and then the separator also, separator style. This one separator position also, we want to change it to before title, right? So it's gonna be underneath this one. And then the style also, we just want a solid something. So as you can see, this is exactly what we want. And then this one says welcome to. So we're gonna come over here and then go to the title itself, and then it says welcome to, and then inside it we have this one which says Spark and Tough Cleaning Services. So we're gonna come over here and put it where it says report. We'll put in this one. So as you can see, welcome to Spark and Tough Cleaning Services, and that is exactly what we want to showcase. So we will style it later on, and then we have the description also. So I'm going to copy this description, come over here, and then title description. We also have to show it, and then we will put something over there. So this is the title description also, and then we'll come over here and underneath we'll still bring another title also underneath this one, and this title says our core values. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here and then paste it over here. So our core values, and then what I'll do is I'll just come here, change this one to Poppins, change this one to Poppins, change this one to, let's say, 22. Yeah, so, and then change the color also to this particular color over here. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna change it to black. So I'm gonna change it to strong color like this, or we can just change it to black. All right, so let's see the size of this core values. It's okay. All right, so now that we have this one, now what do we do again? Now let's quickly style this one before we come over here. So we're gonna come over here and style this one. So now we have let's go to style over here, and then with a title. Okay, so we have all this, settings that we can do. So we're gonna come over here and then choose the color for it. Typography, we can come over here and then set it to poppins. Set this one also the size maybe 35, so something like this, or you can set it to anything that you want. The weight also, I'm gonna make it 600, and then I come to the focus over here. Now with the focus, we're gonna change it to this color. So we're gonna come over here, select the color and change it to this color. So this is going to be the focus over here. And with the focus typography also, we can change it to poppins, and then make it like a 55. So depends on how you want it. You do it that way. Okay, so change it to 55. You increase the weight a little bit, or let's go to 45. And then with the line height, I'm gonna go to EM over here, and I'm gonna change it to 1.2. So it's gonna be something like this. So as you can see, guys, everything is what is getting in place. So we are designing it step by step. All right, so with a subtitle also, let's look at how it is. So we have this one over here. Okay, so we're gonna use the strongest text over here. We can use that one, or we can use the medium text depending on how we want it. Okay, and then we come over here and change this one also to, let me change it to Open Sans. So remember, we are dealing with just 2 fonts. So, and then we change this one to 18. So it depends on, okay, let me change this one to 20. All right, so 20 is quite okay. And then the title description also, we're gonna go over here, pick the strongest text over here, go over here, change this one to Open Sans. So Open Sans, and then come over here and change this one to 18. 18 is quite too much, so I'm going to change it to 17. I'm going to change it to 17. Okay, and then we scroll down to line height and we come to EM, can give it to 1.2. Okay, so 1.2 is too small, so let's go up, keep going, so you meet the right thing that you want to do. All right, so 1.8 is quite okay, so we're going to leave it as it is. All right, so let's go to separator also, and then we're going to change the separator color. So we change it to this particular color over here. So let's go over here and change the separator color to this color, or this color. Okay, so this is the color that we used. So when you hover on it, that is the focus title. We did not change it. So hover color also, we can change the hover color to the theme accent over it. So when you hover on it, this is how it's going to be like. Okay, all right, so now that we have this one done, now let's create spaces. Okay, so because it seems the title, margin and all that, if you come to the focus title also, it's okay, but let's go ahead and then look at the subtitle. Okay, so I'm going to just unlink the margin over here and give it a bottom margin of, let's say, 20, and this is how it becomes. So let's look at how this one. Okay, so 20 is too much, so I'm going to give it like a 10. All right, and then we go to the title itself, okay, and then also unlink this one and give it a top of also maybe 30. Okay, so maybe 20 is quite okay. All right, and this one also becomes like this. Now I think this one is quite okay. Now let's go over here to the icons or the icon list that we see over here. So this is the icon with list. So we're gonna bring icon list over here. So we come over here, click on this one, and then we look for list and then drag in icon list over here. Now that you have icon list, now you can come over here, change the icon color to any color that you want. So I'm going to change it to this color. Oh, okay. I'm going to change it to our color over here, and let's go over here. I'm going to remove this once, and then come over here, change this one to this one, or you can change it to any one that you want. Okay, so let's look for arrow. Yeah, this particular one. Let me see. Yeah, it goes this way. Okay, this one over here. All right, so this is how it looks like. Now let's go over here and make sure that we set it correctly for everybody to be happy about. So we're gonna come over here. This one you can increase it to like maybe 20. Okay, so we go to the text. Also change from Roboto to Open Sans, and then you can set it to 17 normal, and then over here you can set it to the medium. Now let's go over here and then insert what we have to insert in it. So we're going to copy this one, copy it, come here, and then paste in this one. Okay, so we come here, we copy it, come here, and then we paste in this one. All right, so the last one is this particular one. We copy it, we also come here, we duplicate it, and then we paste in this one. Now let's go to this styling over here, and then let's give it a space. Okay, so 10 is quite okay. Now we have this button which says learn more. So over here we're going to bring that button. So I'm just going to copy this button and then bring it underneath this one, paste it here, and let's see what it says. It says learn more. So what we're going to do is just type in learn more. All right, and it will direct us to the about us page. Okay, so this page over here. All right, so basically we are done over here. Now what you need to do is to click on this one and then make sure that everything is set to center. And as you can see, we are done on the second section of the home page. So if you go over here and you refresh it, you're gonna see that this is how it looks like. And if you scroll down, the same as we have over here. All right, the only thing is the background looks a little bit different. Okay, so this one looks a little bit ashy, so we can also make it like an ash color. So we go to style over here, background. Let's choose our background color. So we have the light background. We're going to choose that one. And as you can see, it looks now perfectly like the other one, and we can publish it. So now we are done with the second section. Now let's go to the third section, which is this particular one that you see over here. All right, guys, so to be able to design this particular section over here, we're gonna go back over here, and then what we'll do is if you look at this section, we have two containers, one at the top over here, and then one over here. So we have basically three. So we have 1, 2, and then this one to hold this button over here. So that is exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to come over here and then click on this one, click on this particular container. Go over here, go to advanced. I will link the padding over here and then give it a top and bottom padding of 80 pixels, and then go to layout over here, and I'm going to give it 1280 pixels for the width, and come to the style over here. Now if you look at the background, we have this bluish kind of background over here, so we're going to make it the same thing. So I'm going to use this kind of theme accent, and I'm going to just drag it and make it a little bit like you know, bluish kind of thing. So something like this is quite okay. And then inside this particular container, I'm going to drag in another container inside it. So it's going to be a container inside a container, and then I'll duplicate this one twice. So it's going to be 3 different containers inside this main container over here. And then over here we will add this, this one also in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and copy this particular one because it's the same design. Okay, so I'll copy it and then I'll paste it over here. Now at first it doesn't look the same, but when you go over here and then you position it in the middle, okay, you center it over here, you see it looks similar to what you have over here. Okay, and that's exactly what we want to do. So all what we need to do is to change some few things. So we have what Spark and Tough cleaning services. So I'm gonna go over here and then just remove this one, remove it, and then also come here, cut this one from here, and then paste this one over here. So let's see how it looks like. Oh, okay, so specifically we want to make this one rather be inside the bracket. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here and then delete or cut this one and then paste it just outside, and then I'm gonna come over here and also cut this one and put it inside the curly bracket. So it's gonna be something like this. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. So I'm gonna go over here and then make sure that the fonts are the same. So I'll go to title over here and then check the font size, make it like 55. Okay, so 55 is too big, so like a 45, so something like this. Let's go over here also and see the focus title typography. Yeah, it's 45,700. So we're gonna go same to this one also, 45 instead of 600, it's gonna be 700. All right, so now you see how it looks like. It looks similar to this one. So over here we'll just copy our services over here. We copy our services over here, and then we bring it, we come over here and then we look for the subtitle and then we paste it over there. Okay, so we have this one, and then what again, we have this one also. We copy it and then we come here, title description, we're gonna put it inside this one. So we have this one also done. Now what we can do is we can just make sure that this is not 100%, but maybe 80%, something like this, or even 70%. Okay, and then you see it goes to the left, but we're gonna click on the main container that houses all the 3 containers, go to it layout, and then position all of them in the center, so it will come back over here. All right, so now that we have this one done, now we're gonna go ahead and then work on this particular one also. So this is an image box, and that is exactly what we're going to do. So over here we'll click on this one, and then we'll look for box, and as you can see we have these image boxes over here, this one and this one. We're going to choose this particular one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring some containers inside this one, 3 different containers. So over here I'll click on this one, and then direction row, I'll make it row horizontal, so that the containers is going to be side by side. Drag this container over here inside, and then duplicate it 2 times. So I'll duplicate this one, right click and duplicate. I'll also right click and duplicate. So we're going to have 1 2 3 different containers. All right, so now inside this container is where I'll bring my image box. So I'm going to search for box and drag in my image box over here. And as you can see, this is my image box. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the container itself, and let's look at how we have this rounded corner over here. So we're going to go ahead and then make sure that we have, so there is a space. Okay, so over here we're going to give it a padding of, let's say, 25, like this. Go to style over here, and then change the background, background to white, like this, right? All right, so we have white over here. Okay, and then let's go over here and then go to border over here, and then give it a border radius of 14. So we're gonna have something like this. Now let's come to this place. Now let's skip and let's add this images to it. So over here we're gonna add this image. So I'll come over here and select the image. Where is it? This particular image over here. I'm gonna select it, and I have this one. Now I'll come down over here. And this is the body, right? This is the body. So this is residential cleaning. So I'm gonna copy it, come over here and paste it over here. Okay, residential cleaning. And then we have some small text over here. So I'm gonna put that small text also over here. And then with the button, what does it say? It says learn more. So we can add an icon, like an arrow icon, just for us to be able to get what we want. So let me see the arrow. Yeah, it goes this way. So I'm going to add this arrow icon, insert it over here, and then the learn more will go to the residential page. So the URL, we're going to pick the residential page over here. So if it is not if it's not working over here, don't worry, just go over here and then pick the link over here. Okay, just go over here and then just pick the link, and that is it, right? So whatever link that you want to pick, just go over here and then pick it. Basically this one, we're gonna come over here, copy the link, come over here, and then we paste the link over here. So paste the link over here, and then over here, the icon position, we want to position it after. All right, so something like this. Now that everything is fine, we'll go over here. Let's look at this one. Is capital, so we're going to style everything. So with the image border radius, I'm going to give it a top border radius of 14. So top of 14, right of also 14. So it's going to be something like this, as you see over here. So we have this one, we have this one. Yeah, as easy as that. And then let's go to the body. The body also. Now with the body, you can be able to change the body to suit whatever you want. So you see the background over here, we're going to change the background to make it just like this color that we have over here. So I'm going to go over here, I'm gonna go over here. So it's either two things. You can make it, or you can make it transparent. So you go over here, copy the color. So you go over here and then copy this color, the color that we use for the background over here. Come over here and go to the body and then color, and then choose the color. So you're gonna have something like this, right? Now that we have this one, now what again do we have to do? So we have this also border radius at the corner. So border radius over here, we unlink this one, we give it 14 and then also 14, so that it will be like a border radius from top to down over here. All right, so I think we are almost there. Now the only thing we have to do is to style the text and then the button. So let's look at the text over here. So this one is deep green, and then when you hover on it, we have this color over here. So we're gonna go over here and go to the text, right? So this is the body, the type is default. Let's go to typography. Okay, so typography over here, this is the title typography. We're gonna come over here and we are going to use Poppins. Okay, and then we also use maybe 25. So if you feel 25 is too much, you can go to 22. Okay, so let's say 22 is quite okay. All right, so now that we have this one done, now typography color also, we can go ahead and choose this one, and then when you hover on it, we're going to choose this one. So when you hover, it will be something like this. When you hover, it's going to be something like this. Okay, so let's go to the description also over here. Now we come over here and then we're going to use the description as open sans. Okay, so open sans for the description. And then over here, we'll make it like a 17, just like this one. And then you know, the color, you can choose any color that you feel will be okay for you. So I'm going to use this strong text over here. And then the button, I'm going to use, this is the text color, so it's going to be white. And then the button background, I'm going to use this one. Okay, and then when you hover on it, so let's see how the hover does. So when you hover on it, you come back to the deep color. So when you hover on it, you come back to that strong color. And then also let's see, we also have the border radius, also over here, which I'm going to give like an 80 all around. So it's going to be something like this. Now icon font size, you can choose any size that you want depending on what you feel is okay for you. So I'm going to choose 15. I'm going to choose 15. Yeah, and then the typography, I'll come over here and then also choose open sans, and then maybe choose 15 also for let me choose 17 also for the typography, which is also quite okay. So I think basically everything is, you know, quite the way we want it, and we are good to go. All right, so basically everything is what we want and we are good to go. All right, so now that we have this one done, we can now duplicate it to make it 3. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, duplicate this one. As I'm duplicating, then I'm deleting some. Okay, so I'll duplicate and delete, duplicate and delete. Okay, I'm going to delete this one also, so that we have 3. Now I can just go ahead and, you know, make changes over here. So where is it? This one. this one over here, and this one is commercial. So we go to body and we change it to commercial. And then you can, put in your text that you want to put in. And then this one is landscape and turf. So we come over here, and then we go over here, and then this one also we change it to the image that we want, this particular one over here. And then we go to body and we change it to landscape and turf. Now you see we have this design over here. The only thing left is for us to bring our button also over here, and our button, we're going to pick this button over here, right click on it, copy, come over here, and then just paste it over here. It's going to be at the side, but don't worry, you can come over here, go over here, and then let's come over here, put it at center like this, and that is it. And what does it say? It says exploit all services. So we're going to come over here and we're going to say explore all services. Okay, and then you can link it to your services page. All right, so make sure that all these buttons are also linked to the services page. So you see when I hover on it, you see what it does. Now let's go over here and check the button. So we're gonna go over here and check the button. So this is the text color and this is the body color. Let's go to hover, and this is the text color. Okay, so we're gonna change this one to white, and then the body color or the background color, we're gonna change it to this one. Okay, so it's gonna be, in hover, is gonna be something like this. Now I'm gonna copy this one, and then right click here, paste style, right click here, and then also paste style. Okay, so basically this is how it's done. So now we have this one also done. We can publish it, and now when we go over here and refresh, we're gonna have another section also added to it. And as you can see, there's a section added to it. Now the next section we're going to add to this one is this work process section, and then we come to testimonials, and then we come to this one. So let's go ahead and add this one quickly, and let's go to the testimonials, and then we are done with the home page. Okay, so now this section also looks similar to what we have over here, right? So what we are going to do is we will just also copy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate this section. Okay, so don't worry, I'm just going to duplicate the section to be 2 over here. Now what I'm going to do is if you look over here, we have work process, which I'm going to bring it over here. Subtitle work process, and then this one is how we are working, right? So we're gonna come over here and come here, go to the title, and replace this one with this one, and then over here also we're gonna replace this one with working, how we are working. All right, so as you can see, it looks perfectly like this. Now we're going to take off the description. So we're gonna go to description over here, and you can either turn it off or delete everything over here and then turn it off. Okay, so you're gonna have something like this. So now we have how we are working. Now let's go to the main background. Okay, so we're gonna go over here and then change the background color. So I'll come over here, I'll scroll up, come over here, and then change it to this lighter color over here. Okay, so now we have this one. Now what we are going to do is to just delete, just have this particular ones. Okay, so we're going to delete we're we're going to delete the, let's see. Yeah, so we're going to delete the box image over here. We're going to delete this one. So we come over here and we click on delete. Now over here, we can also add a box, another box image, this particular box image. Okay, remember the last one we added, you know, this one, but this one is like this. Okay, and this is how it looks like. So we have this one, which is book. We're going to put it over here. And then we also have this one, which is select date, and then, you know, services. So we're going to position this one also over here. Let's look at how it behaves. So when you hover on it, this is how everything is flat. When you hover on it, there is a change in color and everything becomes you know, what you want it to become, the color that you want and everything. Now let's look at this one. Let's change the image. So we're gonna go ahead and select the image. So we have book over here. We're gonna use the book. So we go over here and then the image size over here. And instead of the width to be 30, I'm gonna make it like a 50. So it's gonna be something like this. And then the content also, let's see. So this one is gonna have the strongest text like this, and when you hover, you will have yeah, this one. So when you hover, it's gonna be like this. Now I'm going to delete everything from here so that I will actually know what I'm dealing with. So I'm gonna go ahead, right click on this one. So let me just right click over here, delete this one, right click over here and delete this one. Yeah, so that I see the actual size I am dealing with. Now over here, I'm going to go ahead and remove the background. Okay, so I'm going to click over here and then just clear the background. So it's going to have something like this. Okay, so now this is what we have. And when I hover, okay, when I hover, I want you know, a color. Okay, so when I hover, I want a color. So what color do I want? I want something similar to this one. So I'm going to just pick that color we use for the background over here, and then use it for the hover. So when I come over here, okay, let me come over here, and then when I click on hover over here, so when I hover, I want the color to change to this, right? So when I hover, it's going to be like this. Okay, so as you can see, when I hover, I have this one. So this is how it's going to be like. When you hover, you see this one. And then you can also have a, you know, hover shadow. Okay, so when you hover, come to border over here and then hover, right? When you hover, you want the border radius to be 14 as well, and then the border shadow also to come. Okay, so you can, you know, play around it, the spread and all those kind of stuff, how you want it to be. You can just play around it. So when I hover, I want it to be like this, right? And that is it. So I'm done with this. All what I need to do is to just duplicate them 3 times. I'm going to delete this one, duplicate them twice, sorry. I'm going to delete this one, duplicate this one, and delete this one as well. Okay, so as you can see, we have something like this. Now over here, I'll just change this one. This one is saying what? Clean. Okay, so I'll change this one and make it clean. All right, so when I scroll down, I'm going to pick this clean over here. Okay, and then I'll use it over here. Okay, so let's go over here. Oh, I didn't get this one, so I'm going to just, you know, save the image and use it in the website. So yeah, so reading or relax. So that is it. So I'm gonna go over here and then change this one also to clean. So this one is gonna be clean. and then come over here and change this one also to reading or relax. Let's see where the images are. This one over here, and this one. So I'm going to drag it inside here. All right, guys, so this is what we want. We're going to choose it and then click on select to select it over here. And then let's look, it says relax. So we're going to write relax also over there. So we say relax. Okay, so basically that is how it looks like. And with this one, we're just going to delete it. So right click over here and click on delete to delete it. Now we have this section also done successfully. So all what you need to do is to change the words over here to make it suit what you want. Now let's go to the next one, which is testimonials also. So with the testimonials, you also have the background as the previous one that we just did. So you can just duplicate this one. So duplicate it, and you're gonna have something like this, right? And what we will do is we just copy this one and then use it. So the first one says what testimonial. So we're gonna copy this one, come over here, and then click over here, and then go to subtitle, which says our testimonials, right? Okay, so now we're gonna go to the next one over here, which says what our clients say about us, and the client is the main thing. So we go to title over here and we say what our, and then inside the curly brackets we're going to delete the working and say client, and over here we say about us, what our clients say about us. Okay, so as you can see, this is how it looks like. All right, so we can just make it as it is. Now over here we don't need any of the things over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete all of them. We will delete all of them. Just delete all of them. Okay, and then it will remain just this inside thing over here. Now make sure that you click on this one to deactivate the row horizontal, and then click on the this particular one, and then search for testimonials. So just look for testimonials, and we're going to use this particular one over here. Just drag it inside this one. Now that we've selected the testimonial, now what we're going to do is we want to choose one of these ones. Okay, so go through and then select the one that you feel it's okay for you, and then you can be able to use it for your website. So I'm going to just select this one, which is the second one over here. And with this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to testimonials over here, and as you can see, you can be able to write your testimonials particularly over here. So I'll go to the settings over here, and then slice to show. I'm going to show 3, and then slice to scroll to I will show just 1. So it's going to be something like this, and as you can see, we have the the quotes over here. So how do we do this one? So with this one, it's very simple. All what we're going to do is we're going to go into the testimonials over here, and the first testimonial we're going to use this lady over here, and then also I'm going to copy this one over here. It's not really copying, but yeah, you get it, you get what I'm saying. So basically you can just let me just use what do you call it, Lorraine Epson. Okay, so I'm going to use Lorraine Epson content over here. So just generate some random text to use, or dummy text to use. Okay, so just copy something like this, copy it, come over here, and then paste it over here. and then you can give a name to it if you want to. And over here we have the testimonial one, which is basically the name over here, which is Linda A, who is a homemaker. So we go over here and say Linda A, who is a homemaker. Okay, so just like this, it's gonna be just like this. Now the next one is for us to add our either client avatar or client logo. So I'm going to just choose a logo for it. So I will scroll down and I'm going to use this woman over here, and as you can see, this is how it looks like. Okay, so beautifully done. Now we do same for the rest. So I'm just going to delete this ones, and then just duplicate the first one 3 times or twice. So it's going to be something like this. So we can just change this one, change the logo over here. We're going to change the logo to let me see, this guy. So we're going to change the logo to this guy, and then what is his name? Kwame D, and then office manager. So we're going to go over here and then say Kwame D, who is an office manager. So office manager. All right, so next one, we're gonna go to the next one, which is Martha T, who is a property owner. Okay, so we're gonna go over here and then come over here to Martha with an R, Martha T, who is a property owner. All right, so basically we are done with this one. Now all what we need to do is to just style it. Okay, so what we're going to do is you can also check your settings and make sure that everything is correct. And for you can enable loop, you can show dots, you can show arrows depending on what you want to do. Okay, but if you look over here, if you look at this one over here, there is no dots, there is no arrows. Basically just just some styling that we have. So we're going to go over here to style over here, and then the column gap, you can decide to either make it big or make it small. Okay, so depends on what you want. So let's say I want to make it like a 10, that is it. And then if you want to make it maybe like a 5, it's going to be something like this. So it depends on what you want. That is the column gap. And then let's look at this one. So there is yeah, so if you go over here, there is a border radius. Okay, so we're gonna give the border radius of 14. So as you can see, we have border radius over here. And then the background type also, you can choose what you want to. When you hover, what do you have? You can go over here and choose the color that you want. So see, when I hover, you see this line over here. That is what we are looking for. And then we go to the next one, which is the content style, wrapper content style. So you can choose the wrapper content style, but what I'm going to focus on is the title separator over here. So I'm going to go over here, and then let's look at how this one is. This one is this particular one over here. So we're going to go over here, and then the separator, we're going to choose this one. And then the client also, we will choose different one. So client name, we're going to choose this one. And then when you hover on it, it's going to be this particular one. So when you hover, it's going to be like this. And then client designation, we choose this one. And then let's see if when you hover, something happens. So when you hover for that one, nothing happens. So it's just going to be just like that. So basically that is it. You can change the color also for the the description. So we're going to go over here, and then for the description, we're going to use strong text over here. And as you can see, we have our our testimonials set up nicely. Now let's go into the testimonial. I want to remove some of the text. I think it's too long, so I just want to remove some of the text. So yeah, I just want to remove up to here and see how it looks like. So it's going to be something like this. So I'm going to do same for all. Move up to this place, go over here and remove up to this place, so that it will be something, small. So basically this is it. Now let's go to, style the quotes over here. So quote icon, we go to the quote icon over here, and then we can choose the color that we want to use. And as you can see, there are quotes, so we can fade it out. Okay, and we can even, make the icon bigger. So it's going to be something like this with 98. Okay, something like this, which is quite okay. So now we have this one also done. We can go ahead and publish it, and we are good to go. Now let's go to the last one over here, which is last to the footer. So this is what we want to also achieve. So this one we already have this one set up already. All what we need to do is to just come over here, create a container. So we're going to create a container like this. With a container, I'm going to come here, set what I call the padding bottom, and the bottom and then the top padding. And inside this container, I'll bring another container also inside here. And then within this container, there's going to be an image. Okay, so there's going to be a background image over here. So I'm going to give it a background image. So of course you can select any image of a cleaning that you want to use. So let's say I want to use this one, right? Let's say I want to use this one. Okay, so this is how it's going to be like, right? So what we can do is we can go ahead and go over here, and then what we can do is we can give it a minimum height for it. So let's give it a minimum height of 500. It's going to be something like this. And then I'll go to the advanced over here, unlink the padding, give it a top of 80, and then also a bottom of 80. And then I can even okay, so I'm going to give it 100% over here. And then what I'll do is over here, I'll give it a left and right of 80 also. So 80 also. Oh, sorry, not this particular one, but this one is what I'm talking about, the inner container. I'll give it 80 also over here, and then 80 also over here. So it's going to be something like this. And I'll go to style over here, and I'll style the image. So I'm going to give it the position center. I'll give it attachment fix, so that when you scroll it's going to be like this. Repeat, I'll say no repeat. And then display, I'm going to say cover. All right, and then we will definitely also give it background overlay. So we're going to come over here, give it a background overlay. So we're going to give this particular one over here. So as you can see, we can choose either, oh, where's the background overlay? We can choose either this one or this one. Okay, so let's choose this one and give it like 85 like this, or even a 90. Okay, or 0.9, sorry. So something like this. So it's gonna be something like this. And then I'll come to border and then give it a border radius of let's say 80, so that it will be something like this. Now if you go over here, we have this also background also over here. So we can give it something like a background also over here, and that is the first background that we used over here. So I'm going to copy this one, and then come over here, and then use it for this particular background. Go to background over here, change it like this. So it's going to be something like this. So something like this is what we'll be having. Okay, so which is pretty nice. What we will do is we want to center everything in the middle. So since I cannot select this one, okay, so I'm able to select it. I'll go here to layout, and then I'm going to center everything in the middle. All right, then I'm going to come to this place, and then what I'll do is I'm going to copy this one. I'll copy this one, and I'll come and paste it over here. Okay, now the reason why I'm pasting it over here is I just want to edit it and then make it just like this one. So here says what, work with us, and then over here is just some few things. So over here there is no you know, how do you call it, um, 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 so if you look at this one, let's see to, oh, okay, so what we did over here is not the same. Okay, so I'm just going to ignore this one. So I'm going to just delete this one. Okay, and over here I'm going to bring a divider over here, right? There's going to be a divider, and the divider, the element is going to be a text element, and then we're going to just say work with us. Copy this one, come over here and put this one over here. So it's going to be work with us, and then I can change, I can, you know, make this one a little bit something like 30, and then put it in the middle like this, and go to style to style it. So we're going to go over here, and let's see the color given over here. So is that green, that light green? So we're going to choose this one for it. Let me see the weight also. Yeah, so let's use like you know, 2, and then the text also will choose the same green over here, and we go over here, we change this one to maybe open sans. Okay, we select it, we go to transform, change it to uppercase, go over here and make it like a 20. So it's going to be something like this. Over here we can make it like a 600. So it's going to be something like this. Now the next one is for us to bring this text also over there. So I'll copy this one, come over here, and then add an element. So I'm going to drag in a heading over here. So I'll drag in a heading over here, and then I'm going to add the heading also. So where is the heading? Oh, I missed it. So I'm going to drag it inside this one. So it's going to be here, and then I'll come over here, change this one to, you know, make it a little bit bigger. So I'll come here, change this one to Poppins. Okay, and then just make it like a 55. So it's going to be something like this. Put it like this, and yeah, so what we can do is come over here, change it to white. Okay, and then go to advanced over here. Now if you want to control the things inside, okay, so the best thing is you can bring a container over here, or you can use just the padding over here. So if you unlink the padding, you can give it a left padding of, let's say, 120 or maybe 50, and then right padding of also 50. So something like this. But let's go higher. So I'm going to make it 120, and over here also I'm going to make it 120. So it's going to be something like this, right? And then the last one, or the last but one, is the text over here. So we're going to bring in this text. So I'm going to come over here, add another element, which is a text with editor. I'll drag it inside here. So whenever I dragged it, it goes underneath this one, but I'm gonna come over here and then paste this one also over here. Now I'll go to style, change this one to open sans, and then come over here, size, I'm gonna make it like an 18. Yeah, and then I'll come over here, change this one to white, go to advanced, and then also unlink the padding over here, give it 120, and then also the right 120. So it's going to be something like this, and then I'll come here and put it in the middle like this. So as you can see, we have something like this over here. All right, so now that we have something like this over here, now let me just make this one a little bit. So I'll come over here. Oh, this is from, right? So come here, this is from. Okay, I'll go over here. Instead of 120, I'll make it like a 150, and then make here also 150. Okay, so this is quite okay. Now the next one is to bring my buttons. So I'm going to look for this button over here, and copy it, scroll down, and then paste it over here. So you see we have this one. Now what does it say? It says contact us. So we just change this one to contact us, and then over here we give it our contact link. So we give it the contact link, and as you can see, now we are done with it. So we can go ahead and publish it, and then go to the front end, then refresh it, and as you can see, we have our website done in some few minutes. It's still loading, so let's just wait for it to load, and our website is done. So our homepage is well designed, just like the one that we had, and as you can see, this is how it looks like. Okay, so this is how you can be able to create a homepage. Now another part is, after creating the homepage, all what we did was to create it on a desktop. So you see these three icons over here. This is desktop, this is tablet, and this is portrait. You see the way we did the theme customization, making sure that it's responsive on mobile and other stuff. Do the same thing over here. So if you want to do it, just click over here also, and then just go ahead and then make it nicer. Now for this one, you can go ahead and then click over here and then give a space all around. So over here I'm going to give 20 here, the left, 20 at the right, also maybe 50 at the top, then also 50 at the bottom. Now over here I can really expand this a little bit, so I can make this one like maybe 65, and then inside this the text over here, I'll just reduce the size to like 55, making something like this. And then over here also we can just maintain it, since it's quite okay. So over here also, if you feel like this image is too small for this, then the best way to do is to click over here and then go to layout, and then just change it. So it's going to be something like this. Now don't worry, when you click over here, you can set it to 100%, like just like this. Okay, the same way applies to this one. When you click over here, you can go to the width and set it to also 100%. So it's going to be like this, and then go to the main container itself, go to advanced over here, unlink the padding over here, and then you can give the top maybe 50 and bottom also 50, and then the side by side give it like a 20. Okay, left and right give it 20, and as you can see, it looks responsive over here. It can be seen very well. If you feel you want to reduce everything, some things over here, just click over here and then go through it and then reduce it, because everything that you do, see, we have this responsive mode over here. You can be able to set it. If I go to the title over here, you see that there is, I can even give a different color for this tablet. Okay, if I go over here, I can also set a different size for it, because there is a different size over here, and that is it. So do all for all of them. Make sure that everything is well lit and well done, and then you go to your your mobile also, make it responsive. So click over here, lower it like maybe 30, and it's okay. This one also, just go to its style, go to typography, make it like a 15. Okay, and it's okay. The same thing applies to the buttons also. So over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this one, and then go to advanced, and then unlink the padding over here. Now with this, all what I can do is I can come over here and then reduce the size to, like, let's say 12. Also the same thing, I can reduce the size also to 12, and then I can click over here and then come to the gaps over here and give it like maybe a 5 over here, so that the gap will be small. And then what I'll do is I'll come to this place and then scroll down to its style, and then where it says padding over here, I'll unlink the padding and then give it a top of maybe 15. I can give the top of maybe 20. I can give the bottom of maybe also 20, and then over here I can also give it maybe 15. Okay, so maybe 15, and then also 15. Oh, sorry, also over here 15. So it's gonna be something like this, and give the bottom also 20. So it'll be something like this, depending on how you want it. You can also come over here and do same for this one also. So unlink this one, and then give this one also the top 20, bottom 20, here 15, and then here also you can give it 15. So it's going to be something like this, and it fits perfectly well. Of course, we can also the left and right, you can even make it, let's make it like maybe 30, and then here also 30. You see, so this is how it's going to be like. So there's this one will be bigger than this one, but I want all of them to be the same. So I'm going to go over here, and then instead of 30, I'll make it 25, and then make here also 25, and then also over here, let's see if it fits correctly. I'll make it also 25, and then make the right also 25. Okay, so it doesn't really fit, so let's make it 22, and make here also 22. So the same thing, go over here, scroll down, make this one 22, and make this one also 22. All right, so it's going to be something like this, which is perfect. Now all what we need to do is to click over here, come to layout over here, and then reduce this one, the height. You can make it either 400. Okay, and it looks perfect over here, looks really nice. So that is it. You can even set a different image for this one. So you have to do all for all of them. I'm not going to go through all of them, but this is how you can be able to do all of this. See how this one looks like. If I come over here and I go over here and I remove this one, it's going to be like this. Now over here also, if I come over here and I go to content, let's say style over here, and I click on text over here, it's also going to be I can be able to reduce the size of the text a little bit. Okay, so you can be able to do it the way you want it, and then you are good to go. So just play around it, just go ahead and play around it and make it responsive, and then you can publish it and you're good to go. I'm not going to waste time over there. All right guys, so in our next chapter, or in our next how do you call it, page over here, we're going to design this particular page that you see over here. So this is the about page over here. So this is the page that we are going to design. Now since we've designed our home page, it's very easy for us to be able to quickly design the about page also. So we're going to go through quickly and design the about page. So what we're going to do is I'm going to close this one and go to the dashboard over here, and then I'm going to go to pages over here, all pages, and I'm going to go to about page. So I'm going to click on it. So what I'll do is I'll click on it, and then when it opens, we will be able to change the template. So we're going to go over here and change the template, click on default template, and then change it to Elementor full width. Now that we have Elementor full width done, we're going to click on save over here, and then click on edit with Elementor to start using Elementor to edit the page, the about us page. All right, so this is how the about us page looks like. There's nothing over here. I'm going to close this one and say got it. Now over here, what we are going to do is let's look at how this one looks like. So it looks like this. We have this section, hero section over here, which has a video background and then some few header text, and then some other supporting text over here with a button also over here. Then we have this also image also over here. So what we're going to do is very simple. We pick a container over here. So I'm going to use this container, and then I'll go and then do what I do by unlinking the padding, and then go to give it a top padding of 80, bottom padding of also 80. And then what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and then insert all the things that I want to insert in it. So first of all, I want to go to the layout over here, and then give it 1280 pixel, and then also the minimum height I'll give it like say 600, and this is how it's going to be like. Now over here I'll insert two different containers inside it. So this is the first one, and I'm going to duplicate this one to make it two. So we have 1 2. Now I'll use the main container. I'll click on the main container to edit it, and then change the direction to row horizontal edit, so that it's going to be side by side. Okay, so if you look at it over here, we have this one and that one. Okay, that is it. Now now that we are over here, we want to click on this edit container, go to it, style over here, and then the background we will use a video over here. So you can just put a YouTube video over here, or you can go ahead and then use your own kind of link, also video link also over here. So I don't have the video link, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the backend over here, go to the dashboard, and then I'll upload the video into it. So I'm going to go to media over here, go to media library, and then I don't have the video over here, but I can click on add media, select files over here, and then I can go ahead and then choose the video. This is the video that I want to use. Open it and wait for it to upload. So as you can see, it is uploading for us. So I'm going to wait for it to upload, and when it is done, we go ahead to use the video link in our website. All right guys, so the image the video has been uploaded successfully over here. So I'm going to click on this one, and as you can see, this is the video, and I'm going to copy the video URL. Okay, so I'll copy this one, and this is what I'm going to use over here. So I'll come over here and then paste it over here, and that is the video URL I'll be using. Now I also give it a background overlay. So if it's not showing, don't worry, it will show. But let's come over here. I'm gonna give it a background overlay over here, and I'll give it this this overlay. Okay, so over here we will give it like 80.85, like this. That is the background overlay there, and then the opacity will be 0.85. Now I'm gonna publish this one, and then I'll refresh the website to make sure that what we did has taken effect. So let me just go over here, go to style over here, and then the video link. So I don't know why the video is not displaying, but let me go over here and see. Oh, okay, so the video is basically not showing over here. Okay, so that is, I don't know why it's behaving that way, but it is an MP4 and it is not displaying. I'm going to delete it, and then okay, so now it's showing over here. All right, so now I can go ahead and then copy it, and then come over here, and then still paste it over here again to see, and then let me publish it over here. Now I'm gonna go to the front end to see if it will it will show. So I'm going to go to the front end, and then I'll go to about over here. And it's still not showing, which is not understandable. So the video keeps, lagging, and I don't really understand why it keeps doing that. And I think, I don't know if the problem is from, the server or something like that, but it's supposed to show, since we are using the video URL inside this background over here. And that's exactly how I did this one, as you see over here. But aside that, you can use anything. You can even decide not to use a video. Okay, you can go ahead and then even decide not to use a video, but maybe use a classic image over here. So let's set an image for it, or we can decide to still use the video and then give it a fallback image. Okay, so meaning that if the video doesn't play, this thing should be the image that it will fall back to it. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy it again. So I'll come over here and copy this one, and then I'll go back to where is it, this place. Yeah, this is where we are editing it, and I'm going to paste it over here. And as you can see, it has loaded. Okay, so it was from my internet previously, so now everything is working fine, as you can see over here. All right, so now that we have this one, you can, like I said, go ahead and then even check the overlay, the background overlay. You can increase it to even 0.9 if you want to. Okay, so that everything becomes perfectly well. Now over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here and add an image over here. So I'm going to click here and then add I'm going to add this image. Okay, this particular image over here. Click on it, and then I'll go to style over here. Make sure that I give it 100% width, and then border, I'll give it 14 over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the main container over here, go to layout, and then I'll position everything on the center. So align items at the center, justify items also, justify content also at the center. Now over here, let's see how it looks like. This, we have this one, which is Spark and Tough cleaning service over here. So we're gonna click over here and then add this what do you call it, this heading text over there, Spark and Tough cleaning. We come over here and then give it font family or typography, which is Poppins. We're gonna give it Poppins. Come over here and give it like a 45. Okay, change this one to maybe extra bold. Okay, and then come to the color and then change it to white. So it's gonna be something like this. Now if you feel this is too not too good for you, you can of course go ahead and then also change it. Okay, so basically that it is. Now if you feel also, we can also go ahead and even change this how do you call it, overlay over here. So I'm going to just go ahead and change the overlay to this strong color over here. So this is how it's going to be like. So this is quite okay. Now underneath this heading, I'm going to bring in a text widget. So text editor widget, I'll drag it over here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and see if I have some text editor widget over here that I can copy. Okay, so this particular one over here, I can just copy this one, come over here, and then just paste style. So it's gonna be something like this, but of course we will just ignore this one and make it what it is over here. Go to style over here, put it this way, and we are good to go. So the only thing we have to do is come over here and copy the text from here, copy it, come to this side, go to content, and then paste the content inside here. And that is how it is. Now you can also go ahead and go to typography, and then the line height, you can change the line height to anything that you want. So I'm going to change it to maybe 8. like this, and I think it's quite okay. Now underneath this one we have a button. So as you can see, there is a button over here. I'm going to go to the home page and copy this button, or better still, I'm going to go to the top of the hero section and then come over here and then copy this one, come over here and then right click here and paste it over here. And as you can see, our button is what is perfectly there. It says book appointment, so we're going to go and then change here to book appointment. Okay, and then over here we'll link it to the booking page. All right, so now as you can see, everything looks fine, everything looks great. The only thing we have to do is we can either increase the height of this one to make it like maybe 700 or so. Yeah, so this is quite okay. So everything is fine over here. So now we are done with the hero section of the about page. Now we can go to the next section, which is who we are. So who we are, let's see if we can, there's something we can bring over here. So who we are, so we can just copy this one, but it's not quite okay because this one looks like this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start from scratch and then design it the way we want it. So let's quickly go over here and then go to who we are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, add a container. So I'm going to add this particular container over here, and with this container I'm going to go and then make it 1280 pixel. I'll go ahead and unlink the padding, give the top and bottom 80 pixels also. Now the container style, I'll go to background and then we're gonna give it the background lighter background. Okay, so we're gonna give it the lighter background like this one, and inside this one we will bring in another container over here. So if you look at it, we have this container which carries all this text over here, and then we also have this container. So what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate it twice. So we duplicate it once, okay, just once, and then come over here and you can bring your text also over here. So I'm going to bring a text over here, and the text, I'll say who we are. So I'll copy this one and then come and paste it over here, who we are. Now what I'll do is I'll click on this particular one, go to layout over here, put everything at the center, click over here, and then also go over here and then put this one also at the center, click here, and then also put everything at the center. So it's going to be something like this. So this is who we are. Now let's style the who we are. So over here we're going to give it poppins, and then we'll give it like 25. So who we are, and then over here we're going to use this one, or let's see. Okay, so we use the accent, team accent one, and then beneath the who we are there is also I'm going to copy this particular one, come over here and then paste it over here. Now with this one I'll put this one in the middle, come over here and then use the strongest text over here, and then over here I'll just say about story about Spark and Tough. So I'm gonna change this text and make it story about Spark and Tough. Okay, so as you can see, this is how it looks like. Now we're gonna come over here, so this one to copy it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this one, and then I'll just change the color. So I'll paste it over here, go to style, put it in the middle, change the color, and then make it this one. So this is how it's going to be like. So over here we can just click on this one and then change the width, okay, to maybe 70%. Now I'm going to come over here and then copy this text, and I'm going to use the text here. Okay, so go to content and we delete this one and paste this one over here. So that is the story of Spark and Tough. Now let's go to the next section, which is our mission and then values. Now remember that we have the same style over here. So when we go up, we have something like this over here. So we can go ahead and then just, just copy the things over here. Okay, and then bring it. So you can decide to just copy this whole thing, come over here, and then maybe paste it over here. Paste it over here, and then let me just delete this one. So we're gonna have something like this. So I'm gonna go over here, go to advanced, and instead of the bottom border 80, I'm gonna give it a 0. So this one will push up a little bit. So as you can see, we have something like this. So over here, what we will do is we change some few things. Okay, so we're gonna change this one is our mission, and then we have this one, and then our core, our values over here. So what I'll do is I'll just delete this one and then replace it with where is it? Yeah, so I'm going to copy this one. So come over here, and specifically I'm just going to copy these things over here. So if you come over here, this is our mission. So I'm going to just copy this one, copy it, paste it over here, and then change this one to our mission, and then go over here, put it in on the left over here. Now I'm going to do same over here. So copy this one also, and then come over here and paste it also over here. Now I'm going to go over here and then put it on my left also. And then over here, what do we have? We have this particular mission statement over here. So I'm going to come over here and then go to content, and I'll paste this one over here. I'm going to go to advanced over here, go to a margin, unlink the margin, give it a negative top margin of 20, and we are good to go. Now I can go ahead and delete this particular one. So we have our mission over here, and this is core values. So instead of our core values, I'm going to delete it and make it core values. And as you can see, the core values looks a little bit bolder. So I'm going to go over here, come over here, and then pick this text over here, come over here, and then change this one to maybe 800. Come over here and then change it to maybe 35. So this is our core values, and let's look at how the core values looks. That we have integrity, blah 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 over here. So make sure that you fill in your core values over here, and then I'm not going to fill in. And then over here we have book appointment. So over here we're going to click over here and then say book appointment, which is small letters. So book appointment, book appointment, and we're going to just make sure that sorry. So we're gonna just make sure that we direct the link to the booking page. So I'm gonna just type in booking over here, and then it'll bring the link for us. So basically we're almost done over here. The only thing we have to do is to click on this one, go to style over here, scroll down, and box shadow. So we're gonna have a box shadow over here, but with this box shadow, what we're going to do is when you use a shadow, real shadow itself. So I'll make the blur to be 0, give here 7, and then give here also 7. Then over here we'll change the color. So I'm going to just copy this color, come over here, copy, is it this color or that color? Let me see. Okay, so this particular color over here, let's come over here, this one, go to style over here. I'm going to copy this color. So I'll copy it, come here, and then go to box shadow, click over here, paste in the color over here. And as you can see, we have this beautiful design that you see over here there. All right, so now that we are done over here, now let's look at this also, this also. So it is also very simple to design. We're going to go over here, click over here, click this one, click on the first the first structure, go to advanced of it, unlink the padding, give it a padding of 80 and then 80, and then go ahead and then design it. So I'm going to go to the layout, give it maybe 500, and then go put everything in the center like this. Then go over here and let's look at how this one is. So we have this once also. We go give it a background color. So I'm going to use this background image. I'm going to use this image over here, and I'll make sure that it is center. It is fixed, and then no repeat, and then the size is cover also over here. All right, so now that we have this one, we're going to come over here and then have a background overlay. I'm going to choose this particular overlay and I'll make it 95. Okay, so 95 is okay. So I'm going to come over here and I pick this text over here. So I'll come here, go to about us, and then let me just go over here. So I'm going to pick this text. Sorry, I'll pick this text over here, scroll down, and then come and paste it over here. Okay, so I have something like this. Come over here, make sure it's in the middle. I'll come here, copy this one, go here, go to remove this one and put this one over here. Okay, so now we're gonna go over here and then go to layout, and we're gonna give this one like a 900 or maybe an 800. Okay, so let's click on this one, go to style, and then change the height to maybe 2 is too much, so 1.3. okay, so let's see how this one looks. This one, it looks bigger than what we have, so we change this one to like maybe 55. So something like this is quite okay. Now we're gonna bring the text also underneath also over here. So we right click it, oh sorry, let me undo it. Right click it, and then we copy it, then we come over here, right click, and then we paste. So we're gonna have something like this. Go to style, position it in the center like this. I'll come over here and then copy this text over here, come here, and then paste the text over here. So we're gonna have a text like this. So this, let me come here, okay, so let me just copy this one, come over here and paste it over here. Okay, so this one is showing like a heading. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and then remove it and make it a paragraph. Okay, so make sure that it is a paragraph. Go over here and then change whatever thing that you want to change. So I'm going to come over here, instead of 18, I'm going to change it to 20, and then yeah, so basically that is it. I'll come over here and then maybe just okay, so the changes is not really taking place over here, so meaning that we have to make sure that this is also kind of like a heading. So as you see over here, this one looks like a heading, something like a heading, right? But let's look over here and see if we can increase this one. So we're going to increase this one to, let's say 20 or maybe 23. Yeah, so 23 is quite okay. Go over here, change it to like this, and then I don't understand why the line height is not working. Let me give it a 3, it still doesn't work. Let me give it a 2, it still doesn't work. 1.8, it still doesn't work. Okay, so the line height is not working over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in a text widget over here, and I'll just make sure that I style it the way I want it. So I'm going to come over here, go to here, come here, and then make it open sans over here. go over here and then make it like maybe 20 here. Okay, so come over here and then change this one to white, put it in the middle. Okay, and what we're going to do is over here we can just just copy the text. Let me try and copy the text over here and bring it over here and see the difference. Oh, okay, so it changes again, so meaning that this text is filling. So I'm going to come to this place and then paste it over here and re-copy it again. So I'm going to copy it again, come over here and then paste it over here, and as you can see, it works. So it is copying like the style of the header into the Elementor, which we don't want it that way. So now that we have this one, now what we're going to do is I'm going to click over here, go to this place, unlink the margin over here, give it a negative of 20 at the top, and then what do we have to do again? We have to bring the button. So where do we have this colorful button? Over here. So we're going to copy this one, copy it, scroll down and then paste it here. All right, so now we have a button over here. Go over here and then make sure that it is in the middle. If you hover on it, this is how it works. And if you hover on this one, it doesn't change any color. So it says get started. So we're also going to change it to get started. Get started. And then where does it lead to? It leads to the booking. Okay, so basically everything is all right, but the only thing is the hover. So we can go over here and then the hover, we just maintain this color. So when you hover on it, this is still what it's going to be like. Okay, so something like this. You can also decide to change this one to the strong the strongest color over here. So basically this is how it looks like, and I think everything looks perfectly well designed. So we're going to click on publish over here. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go through the responsiveness and all those things. I've showed you how you can be able to do it. Just use this one and then reduce the sizes over here to fit in the screen that you want. Okay, basically it. So basically this is it. We've done our about page and we are good to go. So I'm going to close this one, come over here and refresh the page, and you see we have our about page the same as what we have over here. Okay, so that is our about page. Now because of time, I'm not going to do the rest of the pages. You can be able to do it yourself. It is not difficult to do, so you can be able to just go ahead and then recreate it yourself. This is even very easy to do. Now let's just quickly create this one and then I'll leave the rest to you. The rest will be just the contact and then the single pages. So with the services page, I'm going to go over here, go to all pages over here, and then quickly let's create the services pages and then we bring this tutorial to an end. So we're going to come over here, go to edit it, and then we're going to change the template over here to full Elementor full width. Click on save and then click on edit with Elementor to edit the page with Elementor, or to design the page with Elementor. Now that we are over here, now what do we see over here on the services page? We have this one over here, which is an image. Okay, and then we have this particular also container containing the which contains the text over here. So I'm going to go over here, click on this first container over here. Now I'm just going to come to the minimum height and make it like a 350, okay, or 300 depending on how you want it. So let's say 300. Come to this style over here, give it a background of classic image, come over here and choose your own image. So what image are we choosing? This particular image over here. I'm going to choose this image over here. So this is how it looks like. Now of course you can play around with this one. Okay, so you can make it center, and this is how it's gonna be like. Okay, so this is exactly how we want it. We will say no repeat, and then we'll say cover. Okay, also. All right, so now that we have this one, now we're going to build another, or we're going to create another container also. So with this one also, we're just going to put a text in it. So we can also give it maybe 200. Okay, something like this. And then we're going to give it a background color over here, this particular color over here. So let's see how it looks like, this color. And then we say explore our services. So we come over here and then put a heading over here, and then we say explore our services. Now inside this container, we're going to edit it. So we put everything in the middle like this. Come over here, put this one also in the middle, change this one to poppins. Okay, so change this one to poppins, set it to like 55, and then make sure it is really bold. So this one is 700, is quite okay. And then change this one also to white, so it's going to be something like this. So explore our services. So we have this one also done. Now the next ones are also very easy to do. With this one is just a text widget. So I'm just going to look for a text widget that I can easily copy. Yeah, so this text widget is very easy to copy. So I'm going to copy this one, come to the services over here, create a container for it, come over here, give it top and bottom padding. So I'll give the top of maybe 50, and then the bottom of maybe also 50. Click over here, drag a text widget over here, and then inside it we're going to paste this oh okay, so I'm going to delete this text widget, and then it's gone. I deleted the whole thing. So let me come over here and create a container. Okay, so create a container, go over here, and then I'm redoing everything again. Go to here, you can make it 80, you can even make the bottom also 80 or whatever it is. And then inside here we're going to paste the text widget that we copied into it. So where is the text widget? This one. So over here we will just copy this one, and then come to services, and then we paste this one over here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the main container over here, go to it layout, and then we give it maybe 800. So it's going to be something like this. So the width will be 800. All right, so now that we have this one done, now the next one is for us to create this ones. Okay, so also to be able to do that, we're going to the home page, and these are the services that we already have already. So if you look at this one, we already have those services already, and we don't need to do so much about it. We can decide to even just copy it and then change some few things. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this whole thing over here, copy it, and then come over here, and then I'll paste it over here. And then what I'm going to do is, so let's see, so all the color is this grayish over here. So what I'm going to do is I will delete this thing, I'll delete the top, I'll delete this one over here, and then let me close this one, and then over here I'll change it to the grayish color. So I'll come over here and then change this one to the lighter color over here, change this one also to the same lighter color. So the background, pick a color, and it's going to be this lighter color. So all will be similar, the same. And then over here I can remove the 80 at the top and push it at the top. So we have something like this. And then I'll just delete I'll just delete this one. Let me delete this one. And then what we are also going to do is we're going to delete one of this, so that it's going to be just 2. Okay, and then let's see how this one looks like. Okay, so we push everything to the side like this. Okay, so we're gonna go over here and then push everything to the side. So let's go to residential, let's go to style, let's go to body, let's see how it looks like. So let's go to content again, let's go to body, and then you see we can push the content to this side. So we're going to have something like this, and then over here we can just come over here and then go to style over here, and then just remove um, the color over here. So it's going to be something just like this one, and then we do same for this one. Come over here, go to style, click on this one, and then click on clear to clear the style. So we're going to have something like this over here. The same thing applies. So when we right click over here, so you can right click on this particular one, copy it, and then come over here and then paste style. Okay, so the style should work, but it did not work. But I'm going to come over here and then scroll down, go to body, and then put it over here. All right, so basically this is how you can be able to create create all of them. So if you look at this one, you can just copy this one and then come over here, put it inside the body like this, and then instead of line more, we go to the button, we say we don't want to show, and then we say maybe book. What does it say? Book appointment. So we go ahead to say book appointment. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. Now we can go for this one also, the same thing. Copy this one, this is commercial. We're gonna come over here, go to body, paste it over here, and then go to the button. We remove the icon, and then we say book appointment. So it goes to the booking page. So it goes to the booking page. This one also goes to the booking page. So booking. All right, so we're going to select the booking over here, and we are good to go. So now we have this one done. So all what we need to do is to just duplicate this main, or that is the container over here. So we're going to just duplicate this one, and we have similar thing created over here. And now we can go ahead and then change this ones. Okay, so this one is what? This one is industrial. So we can go ahead and then change it, change it to industrial over here. Change this one to industrial. We go to body. Instead of residential cleaning, we say industrial cleaning. And then we go to the next one also. This one is landscape and turf maintenance. So I'm going to copy this one and then come over here, go to body, and go to body, and then we change this one to landscape, and then we go to the image, and then we change the image also to the landscape over here. Okay, so let's change the image. We're going to copy this here, change this one, and then click on select over here, and as you can see, we have this one also over here. So you go ahead and then do all those things, and you're good to go. Now the next one is for us to bring this thing over here, and this is also in the home page. So we're gonna just go over here and then just copy this one. So we copy this one, come over here, and then come and paste it over here. And as you can see, we've created our services page as easily as possible, and that is it. So go ahead and then make sure that you redesign them or do them make it responsive on all the devices that is available over here. Okay, so basically that is it. So if you check the website over here, now we have our home page done. We have also our About us done. We have our services also done. The only thing we did not do is just the single services pages, which as you are, if you are over here, then it's very easy for you to do all these other pages. And then also the contact page, and then also the get quote page. These pages are not that difficult to create. So if you go to residential cleaning, it's not that difficult to create. It picks the same form as what we've been designing all the time. You just need to add a form over here and you are good to go. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and this is how you can be able to easily create a cleaning website for yourself or for your business or for your clients that you are working with. This is this tutorial will be able to help you to set up your own cleaning website. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and also like this video. Okay, please like this video so that the algorithm will pick it up. And the subscribing is not coming. People are not subscribing to the channel, but people are watching it, and we want you guys to subscribe. Okay, so please subscribe so we can continue doing more of these videos for you. Now, if you're wondering how I created these particular images, I used ChatGPT to generate the image prompt for me, and then I use Google Gemini to get the images. All these images with Spark and Taff on them are all created using AI. All right, so thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video. Bye bye.